Hope you guys are having a great night tonight. We'll get started in one moment. One moment. Hello, everybody. Hello. It's good to see everyone tonight. I know you can't see me yet, but you will be able to see me for sure. I want to tell you guys I love you guys, man. Just love you guys. Thanks for being there and being supporters and all that. So we're gonna have a good show tonight. We're gonna talk about a few things. We're gonna talk about some of the shows that are coming up. I kind of got an idea of what schedule I want when I get back from Vegas, which, guys, I need this Vegas trip more than I could ever tell you. I need this Vegas trip. Like, even more so after today's events. It's all good, but just stressful. And I need Vegas. So I'm going to Vegas next Tuesday. I'll be gone Tuesday to Friday. I'm going to do everything I can to stream for you guys out there. But I got to figure out how I'm going to do it. You know, honestly, I don't have a laptop, and I just got to figure out all the little details I need to work out to make sure that I do end up streaming for you guys out there. I'd love to tell you guys how things are going out there and kind of show off what's going on and everything like that. So anyway, it's good to see everybody tonight. And we're going to be watching a First Amendment Auditor video. It's actually a video I came across from the Cleveland Area Body Cams, I believe. That channel. Great channel. You should definitely go check them out. But Cleveland Area Body Cams, and they had a First Amendment Auditor that was trying to do the was trying to cop bait, you know. So there are First Amendment auditors, and then there's cop baiters. Not all cop baiters are First Amendment auditors. Sometimes cop baiters are just cop baiters. They're trying to get the cops to react so that they have some content. And yeah, so we're gonna watch that happen. And the officer had a really good reaction. So I want to kind of, instead of highlighting and showcasing the frauditor here, I kind of want to highlight and showcase the officer instead and his actions. More officers should act like he acts when it comes to dealing with these pieces of shit. And that's what they are. They're pieces of shit. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that a First Amendment auditor is a piece of shit. Put a 2 in the chat if you're a First Amendment auditor. And we'll get started in 1 second. I'm getting the camera focused and everything. I actually see a couple of dudes. Charlie Welcher, not a First Amendment auditor. Be quiet. What up, Bella Charge? 5 New Zealand dollars. What up, fuckers? All right, so I don't know how. Hold on. Let me zoom in right. Look at those emojis, baby. I got to get like a permanent mount for this camera, because I'm going to start doing things a little bit differently. Let me go ahead and bring me on screen right here. Yeah, so I like this whole standing up thing, man. Sitting down's cool and everything, and I like sitting down, but I like standing up and being a little bit more animated. I think that's just more me. I don't think I'll be able to stand up for the whole show or anything, but I also have the screen that I can flip over and when I want to sit down and take a break, and not without having to move the camera and everything. So I enjoy standing up and just being me, man. It feels good. Feels good. I don't know. This feels like I need a new way of doing things, and it starts with just being more me. In my last video I recorded it standing up. I felt great doing it. It just feels good. It feels like I have the ability to be more me. You know what I mean? And that's what I need to get back to, is being more me. Fuck all this other bullshit. I ain't all about all that bullshit. So, anyway, as you can see, we have a poll up in the top right-hand corner. True crimes versus creepy stories. So let me tell you, a few of you out there, as well as some other people, have said that they really like that whole creepy look that I had in my video when I did the Legend of Mr. Sparky. Yeah, that was, that was fucking, I like doing it. But I've always really liked true crime and creepypasta, or not creepypasta stories, but creepy stories. Like, for instance, Mr. Ballin would be the creepy story guy. That chapter would be more of the true crimes guy. Now, I'm not trying to copy anybody, but I just want to know, what would y'all watch? It's not going to be on this channel. It's going to be on another channel. So if you're not into it, don't worry. It's not going to flood your timeline. But what would y'all rather watch? Would y'all rather watch me telling creepy stories, like haunted stories, creepy stories, weird science stories? Clive Wells, I'm sure you know history of science. You can tell me some stories that I could tell, campfire stories kind of. Or would you rather hear true crime, where I go through and I actually read the details of cases and kind of give my opinion on the people who are being convicted of these crimes? What would y'all rather see? There's a poll going on right now. I'd really like to see what y'all want to see, because it's gonna be something new for me. Who knows if it'll work or not, but I'm still gonna do it because I like it. That goes now. That leads me to the next point. I'm a one-man show, guys. I don't have any managers. I don't have any writers. I don't have any editors. I have nothing. I have me. Everything you see in one of my videos is a product of me. Wildman Fujiyami did a lot of the art. I give him credit where credit's due. But the editing and all that in my videos, it's all me. It just 100%. If I'm going to do this, I could really use someone's help out there. Not just one person. It could be a bunch of people. If you're somebody who's trying to write stuff, or you have a passion for writing stories, write me something. Do some research online and put something together. Give me the citation so I can verify it. But, I'll get on there and perform it and credit you or whatever. I could just use your help. If you want to help out, if you want to, you don't have to. I'm going to be able to do it myself if that's the case, but I could use help right now. So if anybody out there wants to help out, reach out to me through Discord. Okay, reach out to me through Discord. Show schedules. The show schedule's coming up. Okay, so when I come back from Vegas, the original idea was to do Twitter Tuesdays, and I realized something. Like, a lot of the stories I want to get don't necessarily come from Twitter. They come from other places. Plus, there's people that don't use Twitter and use Discord, like Brainy, who's consistently being banned from Twitter, not allowed to be there. So Discord, also, there's people that use Twitter and don't use Discord. There's also people that don't use either. So we're going to do it a little different. Instead of calling it Twitter Tuesdays, what we're going to do is we're going to move it to Monday in the middle of the day. And we're going to call it Overreaction Monday. I got the idea from a local sports radio show, the same place where I got the idea for My Buddy's an Idiot. So we'll probably bring that back too at some point For those of you that don't remember what the My Buddy's an Idiot segment that we used to do. How many of you guys out there remember My Buddy's an Idiot? Just type 1 in the chat if you remember My Buddy's an Idiot when we used to do that. That shit was fun. But the same little radio show, they have a show called Overreaction Monday where they react to the sports, that goes on over the weekend. But we don't have to react to sports. We're going to react to news topics that are relevant to what we do, what we talk about. Interesting entertainment news, mask news, just a bunch of different shit. You guys are going to submit the stories. I'll give you my opinion. I'll talk about them and give you my opinion and post them on Twitter and post them in Discord and all that, so it'll be fun. It'll be fun. This is a community driven show, and I would like that part to at least be community driven with you guys. I want to see participation from you guys so I can show you that I recognize your participation and I'm able to use some of it. That would be amazing. So if you see an interesting story that comes up, share it with me. Share it with me on Twitter. Share it with me. We have a Discord room, I believe. Bella Charge, he's sending me a super chat. $5 New Zealand dollars. What up, fuckers? $5 New Zealand dollars. If you're a Karen and you misspelled your, yeah, I'm a language Karen for sure. If you're a Karen and want to talk to team's manager, DM me on Discord. That's right. Bella Charge is essentially my manager. I love that guy. But yeah, so that's one show. That's the Overreaction Monday. It'll probably be around 3 or 4 o'clock Central Time, 5 o'clock Eastern Time. Probably 2 hours before the start of this show. So those of you, the Eurotards, love you guys, but you know who I'm talking about, all you Eurotards, like Gary IOW. Yeah, Robert, you're allowed to join the Discord, of course. Yeah, like I said, we'll talk later. Me and you'll just talk later in person. But let's see. So that's the Overreaction Monday. On Saturday, we're gonna do what's called the Saturday Cypher. Okay, so when I was in hip hop music, and anybody can go look all this up. If you just go and you type Dallas hip hop cypher. Okay, so in the hip hop scene, a cypher would usually be where a group of artists would come together and stand in a circle and just flow together. They flow. They just go back and forth, and it wasn't really rapping against each other or anything like that. They might be talking about a singular topic, and it just goes around person to person, and they freestyle a little bit on that topic, and that's what was a cypher. So I want to implement that idea into what I'm doing here on my channel, and I want to start bringing guests on again where we have an intellectual conversation. We talk about it, whatever, but I want to bring on intelligent humans and close to humans like PhD Tony, Clive Wells, and other people that are smart but not quite human smart yet. But yeah, bring them on. We'll have a big conversation, sit around, joke. I think you guys like it better when there's multiple personalities. I mean, I don't think that I have a problem doing this by myself. I can always do it by myself, but I think the audience likes it when there's more than just one personality. Like even having Brainy Beaver on tonight, would have been some kind of relief for you guys. That some kind of, back and forth that he and I had with one another, and I think you guys enjoy that. So the Saturday Cypher, we'll typically have a couple of guests on. It'll be about 6 p.m. Eastern or Central, so about 7 p.m. Eastern. Let's see and then Thursday nights will be my shock streams where I get do the whole super chat for torture, I'll do those streams, and then we're bringing Cream Skeptic back. I am going to have that fixed by tonight. When I come back from Vegas, let's say maybe that I'll try to have the first Saturday Cypher when I come back from Vegas. I'll be back on Friday, so I'll try to have the first Saturday Cypher when I come back from Vegas. And then we'll figure something out. We'll figure out when Cream Skeptic and the shock stream comes back. But while I'm in Vegas, I won't be able to do obviously either one of those. So, all right. So that's that. And then there was something else I wanted to talk to you guys about before we got started. But anyway, I'll remember it. I don't write this shit down. I always do this shit just off the top of my head because I can, and it's easier just to entertain you guys than it is to like write down stuff. You know what I mean? Like try to write down a whole script about what I'm going to talk about all night. Yeah, fuck this. I'll just do it. But look what I have tonight, guys. What my 6-pack. 6-pack of Dr. Peppers. We're going to get drunk off of Dr. Pepper tonight. Seriously, though. We are drinking Dr. Pepper tonight, and only Dr. Pepper. We'll take a Dr. Pepper shot for every super chat that comes in. Left $20 or more like this one. Commander Dark Light, $30.99. Just practicing for the shock stream. Well, Dark Light, this shot is for you. All right, guys. Who else is drinking Dr. Pepper out there with me? I know no foreign people are doing it because I don't think they make Dr. Pepper in other countries. Alexander Kelly, what's up, Team Skeptic? Of course, I know they make Dr. Pepper in your country. Don't. The facetiousness is real tonight, guys. Charlie Girl 87, are you Southern? Why, yes, I am, Miss Charlie Girl. Why, yes, I am. Straight from Dallas, Texas. Whoo! Proud of you today, says Michael Watch. Thank you. Thank you. It like I said, it was never, drinking alcohol as like a daily thing was never an issue. It was just, I let things get out of control on stream that should have never happened. I'm wrong for that, and there's no excuses. So the only way to make better is just to not do it anymore. So we'll be drinking Dr. Pepper and having a great fucking time. Maybe I can get a fucking sponsorship or some shit. I don't have video, y'all. I'm Charlie Boy, says Charlie Watch. All right. So tonight, like I said, we have a First Amendment auditor video that I do want to share with you guys. And like I said, I want to focus more on the cops' interactions in this video, okay? There will be times I'll stop it and we'll point out when he's wrong and all that. But Robert says, I can't see you. Is it just me? It probably is just you. Because I see me here, I see me there, I see me everywhere, baby. I see me everywhere. All right, but anyway, yeah. So let's watch this video. Like I said, we're gonna focus mostly on the officers' interactions, and if I pull this off really well live, I'm gonna do my best. Of course, everybody will see y'all super chats. Or not super chats, I'm sorry. Your live chat will be on this video. I'm going to do my best to do this live and do it good the first time. All right? So, wish me luck. Luck is when skill meets opportunity. Do I have the skill? I'm presenting myself with the opportunity. So the question is do I have the skill? Guess we'll see tonight. Matt Klein says, Team Skeptic, if you drink enough, you can't talk anyway. So maybe we could go that route. I see a whole lot of sexy, says Curbitize. Yes, you do. I know how you feel, Curbitize, because guess what? I wake up every day and look in the fucking mirror. So, water for the win, says Riv. Hey, Riv, good to see you. Good to see you. And not today, Suicide. Says Team Skeptic, I had 2 brothers complete suicide. Hey, I am so sorry to hear that. We'll talk about, if you want to talk about that later with me, we'll talk about that. So, not on stream though. I appreciate it though. I appreciate everything you're saying, NTS. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and start this video up. The video itself, let me see, is 30 minutes and 48 seconds long. Okay? Since I don't have timestamps or anything like that, who did that? Charlie Girl 87 became a new member. Thank you so much, man. We're getting close to 50,000 subscribers. Don't forget, guys, 50,000 subscribers. We have something very special planned for 50,000 subscribers. I think y'all are gonna fuck with my head a little bit, but we'll see how that goes that night. Okay, so this is a 30-minute and 48-second long video. It's gonna be playing for a while. I'll probably pull out dead air later, but I'm gonna let the dead air play during the live stream. I don't have places specifically marked where dead air starts and stops, so I can't really skip it, because I might miss something I don't want to miss. You know, this officer's interactions with this frauditor are really good. Like, this is something, you know, and I'm not saying the officers do it wrong, but just as with a frauditor, right, when I say there's a right way to do, there's a right way to do a First Amendment audit and there's a wrong way to do a First Amendment audit, I also believe that there's a right way to deal with First Amendment frauditors and there's a wrong way to deal with them. Tonight, this cop shows the right way to deal with a First Amendment frauditor, especially one that's a cop baiter who is just looking for a reaction. And we'll cover that. He says, the frauditor says in his thing, I'm not here looking for a reaction. But he is. The whole time, he's looking for a reaction. So, and then we also have another new member, Brady Photography. Welcome to the Rage Dingers, man. Good to see you again. All right. So, that's what we're going to do right now. Excuse me. That's what we're going to do right now. And give me 1 second to set it up.
I'm helping you move.
Do not touch me.
Let's go.
That's illegal.
Come on.
Am I being detained?
I'm going to
Okay,
detain
one
you.
second. I got to put on the headphones so it doesn't come through twice for you guys. Give me a second. The other thing I'd like to know is who is this frauditor? I have no idea who he is, and I'm sure somebody in the community will be able to identify who this guy is. Okay? All right, here we go.
You're detaining me?
You're standing here, so I guess we're all being detained, technically.
So if I'm not,
correct?
So I'm free to go.
Yeah, go, please.
So if I'm free to go, that means I'm
please
free to stay.
Please go and off our property. Only police cars.
Is it taxpayer funded?
Only police cars are here.
Is it taxpayer
yes.
funded?
Yeah.
Well, that means it's public.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Okay, I'm not going to argue with you about that.
You want to look it up?
Okay, so here he's technically right, and at the same time, he's wrong in what he intends on doing, okay? So, yes, the police station and the parking lot, everything is public property, right? But, and the officer will cover this in there, but and this is making an assumption. I've done as much research as I can on this particular situation, that parking lot. That is a police parking lot for the police station. Okay, so it has a use. It's not just somewhere like if there was a restaurant across the street, you couldn't pull into their parking lot and park there and go across the street to the restaurant. It does have a use for it. So there are some policies that can be enforced in that parking lot, but he is also right at the same time to say this is a public parking lot. You know, even though it's on police property, it's in a public parking lot. As well as there's another aspect that needs to be brought up here, and the officer again will bring it up, and that's the whole idea of you know, if what the frauditor is saying in this situation is correct, then it would be impossible to impose a curfew at like a public park, because the public park is owned by the city, therefore it's public land, which is true, but it's still regulated by policies that the city dictates, that dictate when someone can be there, what is acceptable on park grounds, what is unacceptable on park grounds. But at the same time, a lot of these things have statutes. You know, they have ordinances that are enforceable. So I don't know the whole situation. I don't know the legality of what's going on. I just know that the frauditor, the cop handles him right. Okay, he gives him what he wants, but at the same time he doesn't give up really anything. So we'll continue on.
I think we'll quell all your inquisitive natures by looking inside. Come on. Come here. There's a tablet in there. There's firearms in there. Ryan Wagner, I'm from Medina. What's your name?
You can call me Rodney King.
Rodney King, and where are you from, Rodney? 2911.21. No person without privilege to do so shall do any of the following: knowingly enter or remain on the land or premise of another. That's the A1 section.
What's up, man? How's it going?
Good, are you?
Good. What's going on?
All right, so what we just watched was kind of the preview to the video. So
Hey,
this is where the video
come over
starts.
here. Why are you looking in all the cruisers?
Huh?
Why are you looking
Now-
in the cars?
Well, I'll point it out in a second.
I mean, you can't just walk
Am I
up and
being
look in all the
detained?
cars.
217. Can you stop out a lot?
Am I being detained?
What are you doing?
You have to answer that. Am I being detained?
Well, I'm Officer Baker, Medina Police Department. You're walking through the police department lot looking in the vehicle
Am I being
cruisers.
detained?
See, just the way he's responding to the police officer gives himself away. You know, he's looking for that's why the conversation was not about detainment whatsoever. He simply asked you what you were doing looking in the cars. If you're in a private use parking lot, then the officer has the right to do that, just as anybody that owned that that was responsible for overseeing the use of that parking lot could do. You know, it's similar to somebody parking their car and going, like I said, going across the street to a restaurant and then a tow truck coming up and towing the car from the lot. Well, if the lot has a specific use and you go in there without purpose, you know, you're essentially loitering at that point, you know, and then they can just ask you to leave for loitering. And that's what I'm saying. If a lawyer wants to weigh in on this and say what they believe, then I would be, you know, I'd love to hear the opinion on this. Because the parking lot, I looked it up on Google. It is semi-fenced in. There is a secondary parking lot is provided for the building. So, but at the same time, they have handicap access on the side of the building. So somebody, if they were in a wheelchair, would absolutely need to access this side of the building. So I don't know the exact legalities on the whole thing. Again, we're just here to watch the officer's reaction. And the officer, neither one of these two officers shown are the officer that is going to be having the interaction with this frauditor.
Right now, I'm just stopping you, trying to talk to you.
Okay.
What are you doing?
He's walking around looking in every single cruiser through the windows and.
What do you need, bud?
Nothing.
Okay, well, this is not your place to be doing this.
What do you mean?
Looking in police cars.
Why not?
Because this is private property.
Is it?
Yeah.
This?
Yeah, the city owns it.
The city?
This is private property. We don't want people looking in our cars, looking at what we have.
The city owns this?
Yeah.
Oh, why didn't you say so? That's what I thought.
Okay.
Huh.
Do you need help with something?
Nah.
Okay, sir, I'm going to ask you to stop
Why?
at this point because I don't want you looking in the
Am
cars.
I being detained?
Well, you will if you continue to do that.
Yeah, I will. I will
Okay.
continue. So you
Come
want
on,
to
go. Go.
Is this city property?
Yes.
Which is what?
Which is private property.
Is that taxpayer funded?
Look, these say police cars only, not
Is that taxpayer funded?
not public.
Is that taxpayer funded?
Again, he's wrong here because taxpayers pay for parks. And parks have ordinances on them that say when the curfew of the park is and what is allowed and not allowed on the park. So what the frauditor's argument here is absolutely wrong. Just because something is paid for by taxes does not give him the right to go on to that land and as if it was his own, like it is on the sidewalk, for instance. You know, you can't just walk down a sidewalk. You can't walk through a park the same way you walk down a sidewalk at 4 o'clock in the morning if there's an ordinance that says the park's closed at 10 p.m. and opens up at 6. If you enter into the park during a time when it's closed, then you can be trespassed from the park or be charged with a crime or whatever the case may be. I don't know how that charge would work, but the point still stands that just because something is paid for by the public, by taxpayers, does not give the taxpayers the right to enter onto that property at their leisure.
Plenty of property is taxpayer funded,
Exactly.
and not
so
yours.
it's public.
No, it's
if it's
not.
taxpayer funded, it's public.
This is not private property.
You want to bet?
Yes, I will bet.
Who you want to bet?
Okay, sir, I'm going
What do
to
you
ask
wanna
you to
bet?
leave. I'm going to ask you to leave.
So
okay?
we can go right next door to City Hall, right?
Okay, well then go ahead and go to City Hall,
And
which
we
is
can go
locked.
and we can go get.
Okay, dude, I'm going to ask you to leave.
The cop here makes a really good point. He says, yeah, okay, the land at City Hall is same under the same classification as the land that the police is under, you know, like the land underneath the police station. It's still owned by the city. So why can you not just walk into City Hall at your leisure? If your argument was truly correct, then you should be able to go into City Hall just as you're walking into the parking lot right now. Now, this is a private use parking lot. Even though it is public, it's a private use parking lot for the police station. So I believe they do have the right to regulate who is in that parking lot and not. And again, you know, he'll cover it a little bit later in this video, why he believes he has the right to do so. But I would really like to hear from a lawyer in the live chat or in the comment section.
I'm telling
Go.
you now, sir. This is
Go.
public property. I haven't done
What do
anything
you need?
wrong.
What do you need
I
that
don't
you're
need
looking in
anything.
the cars for?
I don't need anything.
Okay, well then why are you looking in our cars?
Because I can. Is it illegal?
Yes, it is.
How?
I'm telling you, you're trespassing right now.
How am I trespassing on public property?
City property. This is not public
City property
property.
is public.
No, it's not.
Do you have a supervisor here?
That me? That would be me.
Do you have a supervisor here?
That would be me.
Do you have a
No,
supervisor
there's no supervisor here.
here? Or do you
That would
have
be
a
me.
supervisor here?
That would be me.
Okay, who's your chief of police then?
Okay, I would guess that you would know that at this point. You're looking into cars.
Who's your chief of police?
You're creeping in cars.
Who's your chief of police?
Ed Kinney.
Ed
Chief Ed
Kinney?
Kinney. You want to talk to him?
Yeah.
Okay. Make an appointment up front. Go up front and make an appointment.
Is this not okay?
Okay, go ahead.
This is public property, sir.
Okay.
This is public property, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Don't touch me.
Make an
Hey,
appointment up
don't
front.
touch me, sir.
I'm
Do
helping
not
you move.
touch me.
I'm helping you
Do
move.
not touch me.
Let's go.
That's illegal.
Come on.
Am I being detained?
I'm going to detain
Have
you
I
if
been
you
detained?
don't leave.
Have I been detained?
I'm going to
Have
detain
I been
you.
detained?
Obviously, we've been standing here talking to you and you haven't left.
Okay,
So this
sir.
would be the definition of detention, wouldn't it?
You're detaining me?
You're standing here, so I guess we're all being detained, technically.
So
I love that answer. I love that answer, right? He's flipping it around on the frauditor. This is what a cop should do. Flip it around on the frauditor. Show him how his logic is ridiculous. Okay, well, if the officer is detaining you, then by your own definition, you're now detaining the officer. If that's what you would like to say, detention is holding you in place while having the conversation, then sure, they're all detaining one another by definition.
if I'm not,
Correct?
So I'm free to go.
Yeah, go,
So
please.
if I'm free to go, that means I'm
Please
free to
go
stay.
and off our property.
This isn't your property. It's public property,
No,
sir.
okay. No, it's not.
Is it open to the public?
You want to go in our garage too and creep around
No,
too?
it's locked. I can't go in the garage.
Okay.
But this is open to the
Dude,
public.
what you're doing is very unusual.
It's unusual. I
Okay.
agree with
Now,
you.
I want to
stop doing it and
say, there is some, I don't know the legality of this. He says it's open to the public. Yes, there's an entranceway for cars to get into. But the thing is that as you can see over the officer's left shoulder in this shot, there's a fence up. This fences in this parking lot. This is not necessarily just a wide open parking lot. There's a public parking lot that's used for customers and visitors to City Hall, and then there's the private parking lot to be used by the police department. So technically, he's in a private use lot, even though the private use is done by the city. So I don't know the legality on that. I don't know if you treat the city as a person or you treat the city as a business, or is the city treated as the city, as, like I said, as the park, requiring an ordinance for him to not be in that parking lot. So again, lawyers, I'll leave that one up to y'all. Please let me know. What up, PhD Tony? Good to see you guys.
1000% agree with you.
So stop doing it and leave.
It's unusual, but it's not
Okay?
illegal.
It sure is.
It's not.
It's number one, disorderly. Number two,
What is
trespassing.
disorderly about it?
You just said it's unusual what you're doing.
That's not the definition of disorderly, though.
Okay.
Pull up the statute for me on disorderly.
Come on, go. I'm done. Please.
I'm not.
Please leave our property.
This is public property, sir.
Okay, dude, I'm telling you right now.
I'm telling you right now.
Keep creeping on our property and I'm
Sir.
going to arrest you.
Sergeant, what is your
Okay?
name?
Wagner.
Wagner, what's
Yeah.
your badge number?
217.
217.
Yeah.
I'm going to caution you
I'm going to caution you to not keep creeping in our cars.
I'm going to caution
okay?
you.
Because you will go to jail
that-
if you continue.
What am I doing wrong?
Trespassing and disorderly.
This isn't
I'm
trespassing.
asking you to leave
and
right
I'm
now.
not disorderly.
Do you have an ID on you?
Yes, I do.
Can I see it?
Absolutely not.
Why?
Because I haven't been
Asking you
suspected of a crime,
I'm asking you for your ID.
and I'm telling you no.
Okay, so this is where it gets kind of interesting. Now I'm gonna stop it because the officer's being super cool already. Anybody out there thinks this officer's not being cool with this dude, you've got your own personal biases you need to deal with. Okay, the officer's being super cool with this guy, and let me pull it back because I don't have to pull it back. I guess the officer asked him for his ID. Now, in many states in the United States, and this is for all my foreign friends out there, or non-American friends, I won't call you foreign. I won't classify. I just classify you as non-Americans. All my non-American friends, you would know that there's a lot of states in the United States that you can't do that for. Okay, a police officer can walk up. Texas is one of them. A police officer can walk up and say, "I need to see your ID." Even if it's during an investigation, if you've not been arrested, you do not have to give them your ID. I do, because I don't have anything to hide. You can't give them foreign information, like incorrect information. That's giving false information to a police officer. That's illegal. But in the state of Ohio, they can do a stop and ID. And this occurs in the state of Ohio. Now, there are some things that have to happen for that to occur. He has to be suspected of committing a crime, having been committed a crime, or having been committed of committing a crime, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Have committed a crime, committing a crime, in the act of committing a crime, or a possibility that he's about to commit a crime. There is an argument to be made, and I don't necessarily like the fact that he doesn't force him to ID, so good on the cop. He didn't really need him to. He understood this guy's just looking for a reaction. He's not about to go steal anything out of the cars. It's obvious, right? The cop sees it. The guy's not going to steal anything out of the car. That's not what he's doing. He's looking for the reaction, and the cop doesn't give it to him. Now, he did have the right to ask him for the ID, and he could have, in my opinion, I don't think he should have, but I think he could have asked him for his ID and forced him to ID himself, simply because he could have said, well, you were looking in the cars, you admitted that your activity was unusual, and it is in my discretion and my opinion that you may be in the process of getting ready to commit a crime. Now, if an officer in the state of Ohio, in the state of Texas, they can't ID you, but in the state of Ohio, they can. Now, chat, what do you think? Okay? Do you think that the officer, first off, do you think the officer is in his right to ask for the ID? And then second, do you approve of the officer not following through that order to present ID? He did have the right to ask him, in my opinion. I don't think he should have, and he didn't, so good on the officer. But what do you think? So leave it in the chat right now. All right, here we go.
You are suspected of a crime.
What crime?
Trespassing and disorderly.
Is this public property?
No, it is not.
How
It's
come
private property. Only
Is it taxpayer funded?
Only police
Is
cars.
it taxpayer funded?
Only police cars are
Sir,
here.
is it taxpayer
Yes.
funded?
Yeah.
Well, that means it's public.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Okay, I'm not going to argue with you about
Do you want
that.
to look it up?
It's time for you to
Do
go.
you want to look it up?
Time for you to go.
Can you meet me in here?
Time for you to go. Yeah, go ahead. Go
Let's
in
go
the
in
lobby.
the lobby and talk,
Go ahead.
and we can look it up, and then I come back out here and finish doing what I'm
No,
doing.
you're
Once we
not
figure out
looking
it's
at our
right,
cars.
Can we finish?
You're
Can
not
we
looking
go?
at our
If we
cars.
go and look it up,
Go ahead, go.
come on.
Do you want a tour of our car? What do you need, dude?
I don't need anything.
You've looked in every
You're
one of our
stopping me.
cars. You've looked
You're
in every
stopping
one
me.
of
I
our
don't need anything
cars.
from you. I told you I don't need anything from you.
You've looked in every one
Do
of
you
our
want to
cars.
go look it up?
For what?
The definition of public property.
Where would that be?
Here. This is
In
taxpayer
our
funded.
ordinances? Come on, go.
Come on.
Go.
Let's
Go ahead
go.
and go in the lobby. I'll come meet you.
Come on. And I'll be
Go ahead.
right back out here. Finish doing what I'm
No,
doing.
you won't.
Yes, I will.
I'm telling you right now.
If you arrest me, you're going to have a civil rights lawsuit.
Okay, go.
Yeah.
Go.
Trust me.
Go.
Trust me, buddy.
We ask people to leave our property all the time, guy.
Yes, you do. You can
Okay.
ask, but you can't
What do you
make
need?
me.
What do you
This is
need?
public property.
What do you need?
This is public property, sir.
What do you
Is your body camera even on?
Yeah, sure is. See, recording. You can
Yours?
get a copy of it.
Okay,
You want a
great.
copy of it?
So like, I really wonder what this guy would think if, like, let's say at 3 o'clock in the morning, this police station's closed, City Hall's closed, the parking lot is completely empty, and a non-duty police officer drives by and sees a man sitting in the parking lot, laying down in the parking space, and this is my right to be here. Would the officer just say, "Oh, you know what? You're right. You're in a parking lot. Go ahead, lay down and enjoy the concrete as much as you like"? Or do you think the officer's going to be like, "No, you're in a private parking lot. Get the fuck out of here. You have no purpose for being here. This parking lot is used for people that are coming to the police headquarters, whatever the case may be, and not to sleep for people to randomly sleep in parking spaces." Does he really think that that you can just come into this parking lot anytime, do anything you want because it's yours? The fucking idiot.
That'd be perfect.
Because this is public property and you're making me leave public property.
What do you need? Why are we going in our lobby? Please, you first.
You first.
By all means.
This is your domain. Go ahead.
No, I'm not stepping in front of you.
Hey, I love this. The cop waits him out. Watch. He waits him out. No, I'm going to show you who's dominant here and who's learning and who's teaching. You first.
Because I'm not.
Why? You scared?
Yeah, I'm scared of you. Come on.
No, I was just asking. I mean, there's 2 officers behind.
Let's
you.
go.
It's 3-on-1.
What do you want to discuss?
Let's go.
What do you want to discuss? I have other calls.
Let's look up public
I have
property.
other things to do. There's no definition for public property.
Yes, it is.
Okay. What do you
Yeah, he
mean?
thinks he's going to walk into the police
I'm not
police
looking up
station and they're going to whip out the
What do you
definition
need?
of public property
your-
for him.
What is your
Fucking
do you
moron.
need?
to protect and serve? This is service. I'm asking you to look up what public property is. Is that not service to the public? Am I public? Am I a citizen? Yes. I'm asking you to look up the definition because I know I'm 1,000% right. You're wrong, and if you make that mistake, I guarantee you I will contact my attorney and we will file suit.
Let me know when you're done.
Which is exactly what he wants. That's exactly what he wants. He laid out his plan before that was going through his head before he ever got there. He just laid it out to the cop. Because that's all he's trying to do. He's trying to bait this cop into a reaction, either for views, for money on YouTube, or to try to bring up some kind of civil suit against the officer who's just doing his job, dealing with pieces of shit like this. Does anybody know what this frauditor's name is? Tag me if you do. Tag me if you do so I can make sure that I know who it is. I don't know who this guy is.
You have
So
an
First
ID?
Amendment
You got an
protected
ID with you?
activity.
You got an ID?
I don't have to answer that question.
Do you have a driver's license
I
or
don't
some
answer that
form of
question.
ID? Okay. Are you going to hand me something?
No, I'm not handing you
Are you
anything.
going to identify yourself?
No.
So you're refusing to identify yourself?
Am I being detained?
No, you're not being detained.
Well, yes,
you can
I'm
leave at
refusing
any
to
time.
identify myself.
So you are refusing to identify
Am I
yourself.
being detained?
So let's go back.
I only have identified with detention, so
That's not true.
that is very true.
That's absolutely not true.
Yes, it is.
Okay, we can do this all day, me and you. Okay?
Okay.
You can play.
Hey, I want to answer a question in the chat. Jolinda Courage, says, so when these idiots are somewhere they are allowed to be, even though they may have the right to record, can they still be made to leave if employees and or customers are bothered by them? Well, when you say employees and or customers, that also means that you're probably dealing with a private business. The private business has the right to refuse service to anybody they don't want service to give service to. So if this guy comes in and is making a scene or whatnot, then yeah, absolutely, the business has the right to tell him to move on. However, if it's, let's say, a parking lot, or well, not necessarily a parking lot, let's say it's a sidewalk, that makes it really easy because we can just say that it's a public sidewalk. Well, it doesn't matter how mad the employees get, it doesn't matter how mad the business owners get. If they're on a publicly accessible sidewalk, they have the right to record. Even if the inside of the business has a no recording policy, they do actually have the right to record. So the thing is these guys want to push that limit, right? They want to see how far they can get. You notice he's not trying to go into the interrogation rooms, right? I mean, you notice that, right? They never, ever, ever want to go into an area that is severely restricted, right? They only want to go just a little bit more than what they're supposed to go. because they know that if they push that line, they might get an overreaction. And again, that's what they want. They win with the reaction.
Play attorney, and I can play attorney all day.
I know my rights.
But here's the thing: I have things to do.
No, you don't.
Okay.
So
you
it's
don't.
time for you to leave our property, including the
asking
parking
you a
lot.
question.
Including the parking lot, I'm asking you to leave our property.
For what?
I'm trying to do it nicely and make sure that you leave, okay?
I'm-
I don't understand what you need. Do you want a tour of a vehicle? Do you want to know what kind of
didn't
guns
need-
we
I
have?
didn't need
Are you
anything
asking
from
what
you.
kind of computer system we need?
I didn't
What
need anything
What do you
from you.
need?
I didn't need
Okay?
anything from you.
Because creeping around police vehicles.
Hey, that's a good question, Facty. You said, what if it's a two-party state? Well, a two-party state, again, I'm not a lawyer, correct me if I'm wrong, law people out there, but in a two-party state, you only need both parties' consent if there's an expectation of privacy. So in two-party consent states, there's an expectation of privacy by both people on each end of the phone. So both parties must consent to having the call recorded. So if they're recording it again without your knowledge, it's basically a form of wiretapping. But in Texas, and it's not. I don't think it's actual wiretapping, but I think most of them are considered wiretapping laws that determine whether a state is one-party or two-party consent. And of course, in a one-party consent state, for those that don't understand that concept, a one-party consent state is where one person has to give consent for the call to be recorded. So if I'm in a one-party consent state and I record my phone call with you, then I'm okay because I consent to recording that phone call. However, if my neighbor taps into my phone line and records my phone call, well, then neither party gave consent for that, so it would be by definition a violation of the wiretapping laws. Correct me if I'm wrong, lawyers. But good question, Facty.
Is very unusual.
Agreed.
Okay, so now it's time to go.
But that's not illegal, sir.
Listen, I've asked you how many times to leave.
Can you
okay?
get a sergeant or somebody above you on the phone?
No, I won't. No, I won't. I will not.
I'm
I will
requesting
not.
a superior, sir.
I've asked you several.
I'm formally requesting a
Doesn't
superior.
matter. Good for you.
What
Good.
does your policy say?
Our policy does not say I have to get a superior because you ask.
Okay.
It's time for you to go. And I've asked you a number of times.
I have business here,
You're
sir.
in an organization that I've asked you to leave, and if you don't leave, you will be arrested for criminal trespass.
Is this
okay?
public property?
It doesn't matter. I've asked you to leave.
So you can only trespass me from public property.
That's
if
not
I've
true.
been disorderly, which I
Okay.
haven't been.
Are you done?
It's all recorded, right?
Yeah, it sure
I'm
is.
here to.
It's
perform a
time
service.
to go.
I need something from the police department.
What do you need?
Why are you kicking me out of
What
the
do you
police
need?
department?
What do you
I
need?
need to look up a law.
Okay, that's online.
I'm asking you to do. I'm here. This
No,
is
that's
service.
not our job. That's not our job.
Are you a servant?
I would go to the law department if you need something looked up like that.
Where's that at?
That's next door.
They're closed.
Correct.
Right. So
Is there something else we can help you with today?
Yes, there is.
What is that?
I would like to go about my business without being harassed.
Please do, but not in our parking lot.
That's public.
It's not.
Is this a public building?
Dude, I'm telling you. Go back in our parking
Is
lot
this
and
a
keep
public-
looking in there, and I'm going to arrest you and charge you for criminal trespass. You can file all
Then
lawsuits
I'm
you
gonna file
want.
a lawsuit.
You can file all
legal
lawsuits you
detention
want. That's fine. Have at it.
Under U.S. Code 42,
Have
Section
at
6.
it. Yeah, 4218 actually.
Oh, yeah, you're
But-
right. You're right.
yeah,
You're right.
I know
you're
I'm right.
Yeah.
I love that. I know I'm right. You know why he knows he's right? Because you do this for views. He does this as a profession. He has to know it. You don't. All you have to do is misunderstand it and be charismatic enough to get people to believe you. The police officer doesn't have that luxury. His job's on the line. He better know the fucking law. Whether you know it or not, he better know it. And in this situation, guess what? He did. Off top, he corrected you. You had to be reminded that you were wrong.
You're right.
I know.
But as you know, so you know what I know what I'm talking about.
I know what a statute 42 is.
Yeah.
I'm not an idiot. I've done this
Me
job long
neither.
enough to know.
And I've
okay?
done this job long enough to know.
This is not.
Is it taxpayer funded?
Dude.
So look,
It is
let's
time
have a
for you to go.
conversation because you're
Feel free, have a
obviously
seat.
upset.
Have a seat.
You're obviously
Have a seat.
upset. Let's
I'm
have a
not.
conversation.
I'm
Is this
upset.
public
He's
property?
not upset.
Look, guys,
Is this public property?
you can ask somebody to leave public property at any point. I can do that at any
can
point. You
only
can keep
ask me to
recording
leave.
all you want.
I am recording.
Because I'm recording
Yeah,
too,
and I
okay?
am recording.
And you can post it on Facebook and you can do all that. Are you live streaming?
I'm not live streaming.
Okay, you can put it on YouTube. You can do whatever you want with that, okay? Because I'm recording also.
That's fine.
What I'm telling you is this property right here, yes, public property, yes. But that doesn't mean that I can't tell you to leave.
So-
I have every authorization to tell you to leave, okay?
you can ask me to
can't
leave.
sit here all you want and do what you do in front of cars.
Yes, I can.
What you did is you stemmed this. And you know what that means? You went in those cars hoping we'd come out and talk to you, didn't you?
Nailed it. Fucking nailed it. This is what I'm talking about. This officer is handling this the right way. He recognized the problem immediately and knew, don't give him what he wants, because that's what he wants. He wants the reaction. That's why I said, are you live streaming this? Why? Because every other motherfucker like you live streams it. You're not doing anything new. I still don't know who he is. I'm sure somebody, I'm going to fucking read the chat. Will somebody please just tag his name right now so I know I can call him out by his name. I don't know who it is. Robert, on you, man. Fucking tell me who it is. Anyway, this officer's calling him out. This is what officers, if you're out there, you're a police officer, point this video out to your friends, to your buddies on the police force, because we need more officer interactions with these jackasses like this guy's doing, and not like some of these other people that get offended because they're putting a phone in their face. And I understand it happens. I understand there's intense moments, but this is the more proper way to do it. This is the right way to handle these cop baiting, First Amendment frauditing pieces of shit. Yes, Hezekiah, I do have a link to the original video. I will share that in 1 minute. What up, Mike71? Good to see you, loser
sure did.
frauditor.
You set us up.
When I was coming in.
No, you set us up.
How did I set you up?
Because you'll stand out there and look in every car until we come out so you can record this. Right?
Is it illegal?
Huh?
Is it
No,
illegal?
am I wrong?
Is it illegal?
Am I wrong?
Is it illegal?
Am I wrong?
Is it illegal?
Listen, I answered your
Is
questions.
it
You answer
illegal?
mine.
I don't have to answer your questions, though.
Yeah, what you're doing is illegal now that I've
How
told
is
you
that
to leave.
illegal?
It's called criminal trespass.
Okay.
I've asked you to leave,
So listen.
and you're not. So I'll tell you what. You want to look at our cars? Come on. Let's go look at our cars. Come on. Because I know what you're doing.
but,
you just
sir.
want me to tell you to leave so that you can post this on Facebook and talk about how we're wrong and you're right. Let's go.
You
Come
are
on.
wrong, though.
Come on.
But sir, no.
Come on, what do you want? What do you need to see?
Is this public property?
What do you need to see?
Is this public property?
What do you need to see? I've answered that question
Yes,
for you.
it is, right? So
what do you
it's
need to see?
Jesus,
Well,
I
let's
know he
open a
keeps
car for
asking
you,
the
sir.
same damn questions.
Come here.
Do
Do you mind telling me your first name?
No, I'm not telling you.
Okay, gentlemen, would you like to come and look inside our cars? Here, this is Unit 113. I think we'll quell all your inquisitive natures by looking inside. Come on.
Boom. Killing him. Kill it. Come on. There you go. There.
Tablet
Look.
in there.
Amazing, right?
There's firearms
There you go.
in there. They're
Look at
locked
that.
up and only a key can open them. This is where the individuals who commit crimes go.
You know when else they did shit like this, guys? You know when I remember them cops doing stuff like this to me? When I was a child. When I was a fucking child in elementary school, and they would show up there and say, hey, kids, come look at the inside of the car and all the cool gadgets. That's what this guy is. He's been reduced down to this. This is how they're treating him. They're treating him like the child that he should be treated like. I love it. This is amazing. This is good. This right here. You know what? You want to look? Here. There. Now you don't have to look the window. I'm such a bad guy, right? The cop's a bad guy. He let him in the car. Here, fuck, take a look. He even explains it. Listen, he explains the back seat to him. It's amazing.
We transport them to and from places, and even individuals who haven't committed crimes, we transport there.
Listen how he's talking to him.
Usually
I
they're
love
a little
it.
bit cleaner. I'll apologize. Is there something else that you needed to see inside the cars?
No, I was just looking.
Okay, so what else do we need to do?
We don't need to do anything.
Okay, so we're done?
I don't know. Are we?
I'm done.
I'm not done. I'm gonna get.
What do you need?
I'm gonna drive this.
What do you want to record?
Is this public property, right?
What do you want to record?
This is public property,
Yeah,
correct?
it is, yes.
And I'm only recording for my safety.
So listen,
And if
public property. No, this will end up on YouTube.
I'm
I'm
not
not
one
stupid.
of those guys.
I'm not stupid.
I'm not
You know
one
what
of
else
those
is
guys.
public property?
I'm not one of those guys. Oh, Robert, hey, I saw you say, what did I ask? I asked, what's this guy's name? Hurry up and tag me and tell me what this guy's name is while I'm ranting so I can look down and see it. But he's absolutely right. The guy had his phone out the whole time. There was no recording for my safety. Like, I really wonder, if this guy is recording for his safety before anybody even approached him, Does he walk around like this at the grocery store recording for his safety? Does he walk around with his phone out like that when he goes to the hospital to record for his safety? Does he just walk around everywhere he goes in society and everything, just holding his fucking phone up, recording for his fucking safety? Are you that frail? You look like 3 times my size, thickness-wise. That's not calling you fat, but that's calling you normal size. That's just on me. But you don't look like you have to carry a phone with you for your own protection and safety. It looks like you probably have the phone out because you know you're going to incite a reaction from these cops, an interaction from these cops, hoping for a overreaction by the cops. It's not going to happen. He could have put the phone away at any time and just said, hey, you're recording. I'll take the FOIA and get the footage later. The cops already told him he's recording.
The library,
Correct.
Schools.
So
Let's see, what else am I missing? Parks.
Yo, what
We
up,
ask
Mark
people to
Visor?
leave.
Good to see you.
But
Angie,
when they
hey, good to
don't,
see you.
They get arrested.
but let me.
Okay.
So I don't
So you
think
see
they
what
know
I'm
their
saying
rights.
here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think they know their
So
rights.
go over to the library and we ask you to leave, we'll arrest you. Go
But-
over to the park and don't leave, we'll
Yeah.
arrest you.
Exactly. Libraries, parks, swimming pools, like public swimming pools, all those places are on public property. Yet you can't just go at your own leisure. Some places you can. Some places you can. Some places are open 24 hours and they have publicly accessible areas that you can go to. Train stations are one. Or even train stations, though, if you go in there after the train stops running, some stations will actually have police that will come by and just kind of get people off of the platform to keep them away. But it's not necessarily illegal. It's only illegal if you don't leave, I guess. But anyway, there's areas where there's publicly accessible areas 24 hours a day. Go film there. Go walk around there. But libraries, parks, police stations, city hall, courts, all that shit is exactly by your own definition public property, and yet you don't have access when you want it. You have access when they're open to the public and when they allow you.
This may be public property, but you're on the police department's property owned by the city of Medina,
Which is
paid by the...
taxpayer
Yeah,
public,
sure
which
is.
makes it public,
Yes.
correct.
Which does not mean you can do whatever you want.
But
Okay? So when
can
I ask you to leave, you need to leave.
can we have
Okay?
a conversation, sir?
So let's finish
Because-
the conversation. Sure.
Because
And then we can be done.
Yeah.
And you're going to move on your way and post that on Facebook.
maybe I'm not going to.
Yeah,
post it.
no,
I'm
it'll
not-
be YouTube.
I will only post it if I am, and I don't think I will post it.
No, you're waiting to be arrested or charged so that you can do...
I'd really like to know if he posted this video on a YouTube channel. That's why I want to know who it is so bad. I just don't know. From Cleveland or from the Cleveland area, Medina or Medina. I don't know how they say it up there.
this,
But you can't.
put it on Facebook. I sure can. And I'm not going
But
to.
let
I'm
me
not
tell
going to
you
fall
why.
for it.
Let me
okay?
tell you why.
I'm not going to fall for it.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
I mean, you can
Okay.
physically, but
His name is Dumas. Dumas.
so
No, it's not.
it's an unlawful
criminal
arrest.
trespass.
But let me tell you. So you can. It's public property, right? We agreed on that.
Sure.
You can only trespass me from public property if I've been disorderly or
That's
I'm
not
committing.
true.
That's true.
Absolutely
I
not
have to commit
true.
a crime to be trespassed from public
Ask
property.
anybody I want to leave.
I
Okay.
have to be
The
committed.
library can ask anybody they want to leave. The school
is-
can ask anybody they want to leave. The park, the park manager can
schools
ask
are a
anybody
little
to
different.
leave.
But
Okay. I'm done doing
No,
this.
how are
now.
schools different? No, hold on. You can't say, well, schools are different. No, by your definition, schools are public property. This is the same argument I had with the Long Island audits, right? Long Island audit says, oh, I can just walk in here without checking in. Yeah, okay. It's public property. You can't stop me. Yeah, okay. Go try to do that at a fucking elementary school. Let me know when you get out of jail how that worked for you, Long Island audits. Same with you. Same with this guy, whoever he may be. Same with him. Try this shit at a school and see how quickly you get arrested for this shit. And trespassed. And possibly put on a list. Who knows?
Listen.
If you'd like to see another car, let's do it.
No,
okay?
I'm talking to you.
Nah, I know what you're doing, and I'm not going to fall for your bait. Come
I'm
on.
literally only recording for my safety, sir.
Sure.
I promise you.
Sure.
And
And I'm only recording for my safety.
that's great. But
Do you
sir,
need to see another car?
I don't need to see that.
Are we done debating this then?
You're a sergeant here,
I
right?
don't want to debate this.
Because
I'm not on the debate team.
No, I'm.
This
I
isn't
don't
my
wanna
job.
Debate. I understand that, sir.
Job is not to debate with you.
But what
okay?
I'm saying is,
Are you
How
from
about
Medina?
this? We find this guy, I'll debate him right here on my channel. I'll bring him, I'll be friendly with him. I don't have any issues with him. I don't mind people standing up for their rights. I just can't stand these fucking agitators and these cop baiters, you know? And then there was a question in there. It's okay. Heat Shield said, "I'm confused. How did you find this if you don't know who it is?" This was posted to a channel called Cleveland Area Body Cameras, I believe is the name of the channel. I'll post a link here. Let me grab the link for you. I'll go ahead and let it play, and I'll post the link in the chat.
I don't have to answer that question.
Are you from? I'm sure you're. I'm answering yours. I'm from Medina.
I'm a private.
My name's
citizen.
Brian. I'll tell you my name.
How you doing?
My name's Brian Wagner. I'm from Medina. What's your name?
You can call me Rodney King.
Rodney King. And where are you
Yeah.
from, Rodney?
Huh?
Are you from Medina?
I don't have to answer that
So
question.
why are you overly concerned?
See, like, identifying, saying you can call me Rodney King. You're right. You have the right to say that. You do. You have the right to say that. But it just goes to show that what everybody else is saying about you is right. About your personality, about your morality and your intentions. You're not there for the First Amendment. I would back you if that was the case. But I'm not going to back this guy because he's not there for the First Amendment. He's there for the goddamn views. Why the fuck do people support people that do this? You know, it's a free country. Support who you want. That's fine. But I just cannot, in my mind, ever understand why people support cop baiting and antagonizing of police officers just for views. Like, they're not fighting. And they all say it's for rights. What right? What right? Are you kidding me? This is not what the First Amendment's all about. We have very specific reasons that the First Amendment is considered the most important amendment. And this is one of the reasons why I say this guy he should not be criticized for wanting to do what he's doing. He's just doing it fucking wrong. Stay out of the fucking property. Go stand on the sidewalk. Record the police officers all you want. Record the cars coming in and out. Go behind that fence. Hold your camera up over the fence so you can film down. Go ahead and do that. All that would be legal. But the moment you supplant yourself in a place that you're not supposed to fucking be, you're no longer doing it for rights. Here we go.
With the Medina Police Department's cruisers, including firearms and all the mechanical stuff inside.
But sir, this is a First Amendment protected activity.
What? You looking in police cars?
I didn't touch them.
You looking in police cars? You
Yes.
think it's a First Amendment right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything you can't trespass my eyes, right?
Okay.
Right? Correct.
Okay. Listen.
So
guy,
this is public
I'm done
property.
debating things with you.
If this
so
is public property.
finish what
I
you're
can
saying.
look and.
I want to actually point out, and I do believe that there are some cities that have ordinances against filming the inside of police cars. So while it might be legal for him to do that in the city he's in, I do believe that there are cities out there that do not allow that, and it is a crime to film inside of a police car.
Record anything. I can record any public official in the capacity of their duty. Correct? Correct? No? You're not going to answer? Okay. I know I can. On public property. I'm not stalking anybody. I'm not harassing anybody. I was out here minding my business. These officers spoke to me. I said, hey, how you doing? Actually, can they help me with something? Correct? I'm telling you, sir, I'm 100% right. And this is, this public property. And what I don't want, and you want to know what my goal is? We can go back.
Let's say you're about 10% right.
I'm done.
You got the
done? So
public
you don't
property
talk to me
part
No,
right,
I don't wanna
but
talk to you anymore.
Why not?
I have police work to do.
everything else you're wrong
Stand out
about.
here and debate with you
I'm not
about
debating.
something and
I'm
hope
not debating.
that you get criminally charged so that you can put this on something.
It's not.
Guy, it's not my first rodeo.
So look, the last
Not my
thing,
first time I've
I
talked
got
to somebody
stuff
like
do
you.
today. I don't want to be arrested.
Terrific. I don't want to stand out here in the sun,
Yeah.
Rodney, so I think we're
Yeah.
done.
So I want to go in the building and talk.
You can go in the building and talk to whoever you
I
want.
want to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Okay, well,
I'm
that's
done.
fine.
Do you have any other police issues that you need answered?
Yes.
You've looked in our cars. Now I think it's time for you to leave.
I have.
Go ahead and ask it. I'm standing
I'm
here.
gonna go in. I have.
I'm not going to
business
debate
attend
anything. Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
not debating. I was actually trying to talk to you and get you to understand something.
Okay, what?
Because
What do you want him to understand? How fucking wrong you are?
Because
So you
with all
came
due respect, sir,
with your recording device to get my opinion on something.
with all no, I was
Exactly. You want his opinion. And to get his opinion, you must have the recording device out. It was never about his opinion. It's about the interaction. Come on, man. Just be real with yourself. You know, you'll be a lot happier when you start being real with yourself and understanding that you're there not for rights. You're there for the interaction, reaction, views, subs, clicks, likes, and anything else you get off your stupid social media page.
Is that what it was?
Which is your right.
So you're recording our cars, and now you're recording a supervisor at a police department because you want my advice? Is that what you want me to believe?
I don't need your advice.
Okay, you want my opinion? Is that what you want?
No, I was talking.
So that you can try to prove me wrong. You're trying to prove me wrong so that you can post it on Facebook and look smarter than you think.
I'm pretty smart.
Correct?
A few degrees.
Debatable. I'm pretty smart. Yeah. My ass. You ain't smart enough to fucking... We'll talk about your lack of intelligence in a moment. Hold on, because you're about to say something really dumb.
Good. Congratulations.
Yeah. So
we're done.
All I was doing.
We're done. Let's go inside. Have a good day, sir.
Yeah. Okay. I have a question for you, sir.
I think I've answered all your questions.
No, because I want to file a formal complaint.
Okay. Well, I'll get you the paperwork, and you can file a formal complaint. You got it.
Wait, did he already talk about it being hot? Did I miss it? I think I missed where he said he was hot because he was wearing a sweater and a hoodie.
No, I'm good. I think I got it. Thank you.
God, I hope I didn't miss that because I was gonna point that out. Like, here he is talking about doing like he's not there for antagonizing, but he's intentionally dressed in a long sleeve hoodie over his head to draw the attention of the officer. Hold on, I'm gonna pause it. I'm sorry. To draw the attention of the officer, this is how he dressed. Intentionally made himself uncomfortable and hot just to draw the attention. But he's there for the rights, guys. Never forget that. He's there for the rights. Not for the interaction and the reaction from the police station. Not to incite something. But he's there for the rights, and that's how he's fucking dressed. That's how I usually dress when I go out fighting for my rights, by the way, guys. One in the chat, if you go out and fight for your rights with wearing approximately the same thing as this guy's wearing in the middle of the day, probably towards the late end of summer, wherever you live. Is that how you fight for rights, guys? One in the chat? Yeah, me too, Skeptic Tank. Yep, JD, exactly. That's how I go out and fight. Keeping it criminal. No. What do you wear when you go out and fight for rights, keeping it criminal? He won't tell us because that'll give away his identity. He's our Superman. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you.
Anonymously, it's going to be kind of hard for us to follow up on that complaint.
Well, I don't need you to contact me. I need department policy changes.
Okay, yeah. You can fill that out all you want anonymously.
But sir, so everything you have to do, but my goal isn't to come here and get arrested or make myself look stupid. I'm not going to post anything, and I can guarantee you that. My concern is...
I don't know if y'all can hear that right there. He said, my goal was not to come up here and get arrested. Let me rewind it a little bit. Hold on. It's kind of low, and I can't turn this part up without changing the volume of the police officer. So let me get back to what he said.
Yep.
I can't do an anonymous complaint?
You can fill it out. I'm not sure if they'll contact you if you fill it out anonymously. It's going to be kind of
I'll
hard
turn
for us
it
to
up when he
follow up
starts
on that
talking.
complaint.
Well, I don't need you to contact me. I need department policy changes.
Okay, yeah. You can fill that out all you want anonymously.
But sir, so everything you have to do, but my goal isn't to come here and get arrested or make myself look stupid. I'm not going to post anything. And I can guarantee you that.
He said my goal was not to come get arrested or look stupid. Well, you didn't get arrested, so you were half successful. You were half successful, I guess. Because you look dumb as fuck to me.
job correctly.
Okay.
And that's all I was really trying to engage in a dialogue with. And I was,
Let me stop you for a second, okay? And I'll call you Joe, okay? Joe, do you think that's the appropriate way to start a dialogue? If you would have walked in that lobby and said, "Hey, I just want to ask you some questions about police work," I'd have been more than happy to sit down with you, show you our policy, let you look through it, and say this is what we have to follow. And if you think there's an issue with that stuff, then you should bring it up.
But why can't you still do that then?
Because you have come in here and you came at us like a lion, trying to get us to arrest you or bait into some conversation that we didn't, and you wanted to try to prove us wrong, is what you exactly said, and you want to prove us wrong, and then go against the grain and say, "Hey, I want you to change your policy." Do you think that's the right way of doing it?
So there's, but my thing is, why can't we still do that? So you're upset at me for the way I handle it.
I'm not upset at you at all.
Okay, you threatened to arrest me multiple times.
Yeah, because you're trespassing.
It's public property, sir.
Okay.
I guarantee you.
It doesn't matter. You can still be trespassed. Just like they can trespass you from a public park, just like you can be trespassed from a public library. That does not preclude you from being trespassed.
I want to do. Can we look up the statute on trespassing?
Sure, I'll give you the section.
In public. Can we look it up right now? You sure
I'll give you the
right?
section. You want me to read it to you?
Please. And this is Ohio law, right? Not Medina?
There is no separate ordinance for Medina, unless it's a park.
Okay.
But I'm sure they have like loitering
2911.21.
ordinances that can be applied. But here we
No
go.
person without privilege to do so shall do any of the following: knowingly enter or remain on the land or premise of another. That's the A1 section. We would go down to recklessly enter or remain on the land or premise of another as to which notice against unauthorized access or presence is given by actual communication to the offender or in a manner prescribed by law or posted in a manner reasonably calculated to come to the attention of potential intruders or by fencing or other manifested design to restrict access.
Okay, so basically what he just told him was for him to be trespassed, he must first be warned. It must be either be posted, which it wasn't. It must be fenced in, which there was a partial fence around it. I'll give the cops that. There's a partial fence around it. But they also must give a verbal warning. If none of that is, he had to have given them a verbal warning, and they did that. So now, excuse me, now they are in a position where, in my opinion at least, they are able to trespass them if they want. All right, we have Some Old Dude for $5. Hey, Team Skeptic. Hey, Some Old Dude. Good to see you. Alyssum for $2. $2. It's like watching a human zoo minus the brains. Yeah, exactly, right? Hey, keeping it criminal. I have a couple of questions about this video that a person with a slight legal acumen, I guess, I hope I use that word right, could probably answer. If you'd like to come on for a few minutes and answer some questions from a legal standpoint, I'd love to have you on. If not, it's okay. I have no heart. It died a week and a half ago, I guess, and I understand. But here we go.
Telling you to leave.
Okay, so could you read that second part again? Because it says another.
And we're in the last third of the
this is the city
video,
of Medina's
guys.
property.
Yes, exactly.
City of Medina owns it, just like parks.
I'm a taxpayer.
Just like a park. If I asked you to leave a park, you'd have to leave. Just like a school, you'd have to leave. Just like the library, you'd have to leave.
There's ordinances that, like, so in parks, for example, you can't just come up to the park and ask me to leave. Like, I have to be disorderly, causing a disturbance, something.
And you don't think that you did today? And you don't think that you acted suspiciously enough that we could ask you to leave today?
Is suspicious a felony or misdemeanor?
It's neither. Acting suspicious.
Yeah, it's neither. It's a objective, or it's a subjective observation. And you yourself said that what you were doing was unusual. He said this himself at the beginning of the video when the cop said, What you're doing is unusual. He said, yes, it's unusual, but it's not illegal. So he's admitting to suspicious activity and suspicious behavior right there. At least the cop has that basis covered, because he could say, you know, I subjectively observed his suspicious activities, and when I questioned him about it, he did agree that what he was doing was unusual. And that was his own words, not the cops.
Suspicious is just my cause to come out and talk to you.
Right? If there's
So-
no crime, why am I being asked to leave?
All right, you can debate that all you want, sir.
I want to engage in a real dialogue.
You can debate that all you want, okay? It is Saturday at 11 o'clock, and we do have calls pending. And I don't have the ability or patience for this, okay, to sit here and talk about trespassing with you and the actions that you did today. So if you want to file a formal complaint, feel free. It's right there, okay? I don't know how much they'll be able to do with it anonymously, okay? And if you have an issue with our policies and procedures, I would suggest that you make an appointment with somebody who would be an administrator here, like the lieutenant or the chief, if he'll sit down with you, okay? But he's going to ask who you are or where you live and those kind of things to see how it affects you.
I still don't have to answer those questions.
I didn't ask you again, did I? I'm just saying that's what you would need, okay?
I don't have to. You don't have to know why you to sit down with me.
Well, he's not going to make an appointment with you not knowing who you are. That's not what he does,
He's a public servant. Isn't
okay? You can maybe go to a council
Yes,
meeting then if
he's
you
a
want to ask
public
those questions.
servant. Yes, he's a public servant, which means he must be sitting in his office waiting for you to show up at any point in time. Unidentified, unannounced. You just show up in his office and you expect him to be there. Yeah, that's exactly how fucking shit works there, guy. Yeah, you nailed it with that one. He's a public servant. Okay.
It's their Tuesday, the first Tuesday
God, these people piss me off. These people piss me off so much.
of every month are the council meetings, and that might be a good approach for you if you have questions about policies and procedures for the police department. Better than coming in the lot, peeking in the windows, looking at where guns are and valuables are.
Is that illegal?
Hey,
No,
Gina
it's not
Schaefer. Have a good anniversary with your husband. 20 years? That's awesome. Congratulations.
Well, it's suspicious, though.
So if you guys actually were pretty respectful. And
I don't have anything against
Yeah,
you.
you guys were pretty respectful.
I don't know you. I don't have anything against you.
The only thing I caution is that you did touch me. You kind of grabbed my arm.
Well, I'm removing you from the scene. So,
But
No, well, hold on. I mean, I'll go back and play that. He touched you on your elbow. He did not grab you. Even though the officer said he was trying to remove you from the scene, it was more of a guided, like, hand on the elbow, like, hey, this way, not a, hey, grab you by the elbow with his, with his palm and fingers digging into your arm saying, come with me right away. That never happened. Okay, so he didn't grab you by your arm. Again, just lying his ass off. Gotta lie about something. Can't tell the truth because it makes him look fucking stupid as shit.
was I suspected of a crime?
yeah, you're
You
trespassing.
suspected of a crime?
Yes, you're trespassing.
Is this? I can't trespass on public property.
You sure can.
This is a First Amendment protected activity, sir.
No, this is not. Listen,
This recording
this
on
is
public property is a
this
First
is
Amendment
a
protected
police
activity,
department. This is a police
which
department.
is public.
If I ask,
Is it open to the
listen,
public?
if you sit in that chair for an hour and I say you need to leave,
That's loitering.
and you don't leave,
That's loitering.
okay,
Then go to
you
loitering
sit in our
offense,
parking lot.
right?
If you sit in our parking lot and I tell you to leave, then you got to leave.
But,
Okay?
sir,
You can debate that all you want. You can debate that all you want, and you can show your video to whoever you want. But I think we're done now.
I respectfully disagree, sir.
Okay? I appreciate your opinion. Okay?
It's not an opinion, it's a fact.
Okay.
Like, in order to remove you from public property, you have to have committed a crime.
Okay.
I've done nothing wrong.
Okay.
As you admitted, right? I've done nothing wrong.
No, I asked you to leave. You did do something wrong. I just read it to you.
That's on private property.
It does not say private property.
It says what?
It says knowingly remain on property of another.
Of another.
Yeah.
This is public property.
No.
This is my property.
City of Medina owns
This
this.
is my property.
So if you wanted to go out there and dig it up and put a flag right in the middle of the
That would be
criminal damaging, sure.
yeah.
If you wanted to do anything you wanted to this property, you were allowed to?
I couldn't do that because that's illegal.
Because criminal damaging also says damaging property of another.
He's right. It does. Why? What makes them the other, the another, in other words, in that statute? What makes the city or the police department the other when you damage the property? When it's not the other when they're asking you to leave. See, it's really hypocritical. You know, I don't know how to best explain it. They want it to apply when they want it to apply. That's what is. I can't get behind that. You either have to have it apply all the time, all the way around evenly, or don't try to use it at all. Don't use it when it's to your advantage, and then to say what it doesn't mean this when it's not to your advantage. It's very hypocritical. Alyssum for 5 Aussie dollars. Kudos to the cop there. That is a level of chill I doubt I could maintain without herbal assistance for this amount of time. Yeah, like I said, I really wanted to highlight more of the cop's activities, which, as you can tell, the cop has de-escalated every situation. He's been very polite, very respectful. He's been very blunt with him. He's actually also tried to engage him in just personable conversation, which this guy, of course, being the douchebag that he had to fucking be, was treating the personable conversation that the officer was offering as a form of interrogation. Oh, I do not answer questions. I do not. Leave that somewhere else. You know, leave that bullshit somewhere else. Have a conversation. Then he gets into the police station, and the police doesn't give him the time of day. And what does he say? I'm just here to engage in the debate, to engage in dialogue. You didn't want to engage in dialogue outside when he was trying to engage in dialogue with you. But now that you're inside, and now that he's ready to get rid of you, and you can't post it online because he hasn't been disrespectful to you, he hasn't violated your quote-unquote rights, you're interested in the dialogue with him now. Now you want the conversation. What was wrong with the conversation 20 minutes ago when he was outside in the parking lot trying to have that with you?
It's your property, though, right? So you're saying you could dig this up and do whatever you want right here because you feel like you own the property also?
Yeah.
That's not true, sir.
I know that's not true. No, I can't, because that's criminal damaging.
Right. Which also starts with damaging.
But why is it criminal damaging? Who have you hurt? If you go up and dig up the entryway into the police station is partially yours because you pay taxes, then who have you hurt? Why is it a crime? Why is it criminal damage to property? If the property doesn't belong to anybody, it belongs to you. He even said it in here. Look, yeah, I'm going to rewind it just a little bit. He even said, when he asked him if it, something along the lines of, do you believe it belongs to you? And he says, yeah. Watch, here we go.
Anything you wanted to this property, you were allowed to?
I couldn't do that because that's illegal.
Because criminal damaging also says damaging property. You sit in our parking lot. If you sit in our parking lot and I tell you to leave, then you got to leave. Okay? You can debate that all you want. You can debate that all you want, and you can show your video to whoever you want, but I think we're done now.
I respectfully disagree, sir.
Okay? I appreciate your opinion. Okay?
It's not an opinion, it's a fact.
Okay.
Like, in order to remove you from public...
Well, no.
Okay.
It's not a fact.
Okay.
As you admit it, right? I've done nothing wrong.
He's already agreed that it's with suspicious. If he's observed doing suspicious activities, that makes it subjective.
If you did do...
So it can be opinionated. It's based on the officer's opinion, who's trained for this stuff, or he's supposed to be trained for this stuff. So by all means, yes, you're right. It is. It's not necessarily always factually based. Sometimes it can be subjectively based.
Something wrong. I just read it to you.
That's on private property.
It does not say private property.
It says what?
It says knowingly remain on property of another.
Of another.
Yeah.
Public property.
No.
This is my property.
City of Medina owns this.
This is my property.
So if
you see that, this is my property. My property. This is not your property. If it was your property, you could do exactly what the officer's about to say right here.
You wanted to go out there and dig it up and put a flag right in the middle of the...
That would be...
criminal damaging.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do anything you wanted to this property, you were allowed to?
I couldn't do that because that's illegal.
Because criminal damaging also says damaging property of another. It's your property, though, right?
That's
So
right.
you're saying you could dig this up and do whatever you want right here because you feel like you own the property also?
Yeah,
That's not true, sir.
I know that's not true. No, I can't, because that's criminal damaging.
Right. Which also starts with damaging property of another.
There's statutes that give us.
Okay.
There's no statutes that enforce something.
I'm not saying you couldn't record. You can record anything you want. You can record anywhere you want.
So what was the problem then?
I asked you to leave and you didn't. You acted
Why
suspiciously
did you ask me to leave?
because you're acting suspiciously by looking in our police cars where firearms. I don't need it to be a crime.
If you do, you need a
It doesn't say commit it. The statute. Listen, the statute does not say commit a crime and ask that person to leave. It says trespass. It says be on the property of another, ask that person to leave, and they refuse.
That's right.
So if listen,
That's what we have to deal with anti-maskers all the time. Right? I'm not leaving. In fact, my next video is an amazing anti-masker video. I'll play it for you guys tonight if y'all want to watch it at the end of the show. Maybe to get out of here, I'll show you guys the source video and y'all can laugh at her. But she's a piece of shit. She's a real piece of shit. But anyway, it's the same thing with the anti-maskers, right? Like, they're not committing crimes by not wearing a mask, but the store owner can still ask them to leave. If they don't want to leave, well, the cops can go in there and trespass them to force them to leave. So, you don't have to be committing a crime to be trespassed. All you have to do is be asked to leave and not leave. They've asked him to leave multiple times. They asked him to leave the parking lot on more than one occasion. They've asked him to leave the lobby on more than one occasion. At this point, I mean, I don't think they should trespass him because it's actually a good interaction, in my opinion. Like, I know the First Amendment frauditor is being a jackass, and now he's struggling. He's struggling to keep the officer's attention, which is not normal for a First Amendment frauditor. Usually they have the officer's attention, full attention, but the officer's aware of what this guy's going for. So that's why, he's done with him, and now the frauditor is struggling right now just to keep the officer's attention.
Can I show it to you?
I think I'm done debating this with you. If you sure, have at it. Trying to answer all your questions, okay? But understand that it is Saturday, and we do have other things.
Looks like he probably stopped recording because he knew he wasn't going to get the interaction. Now he's looking shit up. Telling you, he's off his game. If he's a regular First Amendment frauditor, he sucks at it. He's off his game. He doesn't know his script well enough. I've seen soft turds do it better than you there, buddy. And yes, I said soft turds, not soft turds. Even though they are soft turds. Yeah.
That's somebody's answer. That's
He went to like Ash Jeeves or some shit. He said, "Let me find you let me cite you the rules and regulations," and pulls up one of those Google questions. That wouldn't fly if I did that shit.
I mean, sure. I don't know where it's from.
Public photography is not a crime.
I didn't say it was.
That's all I was doing.
No. Okay. Listen, first of all, that's from a newspaper. That's not some kind of legal document. Okay?
I think I clicked on the wrong one.
So, I mean, if you're trying to bring up a case from another area, I mean, that's up to you. And LA wouldn't even be in our region, so it wouldn't matter.
It's a Supreme Court ruling, like United States Supreme Court.
Whose? U.S.
State
Okay.
Supreme Court.
Okay. Okay. I haven't reviewed that, so I'm not looking at it. Okay. You're showing me a documentation from a newspaper.
I clicked the wrong link. I'm sorry. This is the.
I clicked the wrong link.
So you're.
God, this guy! I'm telling you, man. This is when you see him like this, you're like, okay, he's off. He's off. Cop 1, police 1. Oh, I guess what? Police 9,000, over 9,000 for sure. Police over 9,000. Frauditors 0.
So the ACLU is telling you that you can go on the police department's property and look in their cars?
Yeah.
But that's what it's saying? You can go in, you can walk around their police department's parking lot and record police cars?
So
Like I said, I think okay. So lawyers in the chat comment right now. It'll roll through. I'll see it later. But lawyers in the chat comment. I think they're both right. I think that the default is that you can record inside of a police car. Certain cities have ordinances against doing that, and in those cities it's illegal. But I think the default is that you are allowed to record inside of a police car, but you are not allowed to display suspicious activity while you're doing it. You already said your activity was unusual. The idea is if you were filming, let's say, a police emergency, and you happen to film inside the car. You know, I don't think that, like, I think it's protected that way, but it's not protected in certain cities when you walk up and you're trying to film inside the car to get information from the car, because a lot of time those laptops have sensitive information on them. And yes, you're right. You can't trespass the eyes, but there's a big difference between trespassing the eyes and trespassing a telescopic lens. Just like there's a big difference in overhearing a conversation and intentionally eavesdropping on a conversation through illegal wiretapping means. So there are differences there.
No.
Right? Is that a public area?
Yeah. But that's not what you were doing. It's not like you were taking pictures. It's not like you're from the newspaper.
And videography, that's all one and the same, though, sir.
Okay. I'm not disagreeing with you. You can video anything you want. You can video anything you want. Feel free.
It's public property, so I don't understand why you were asking me to leave.
Because, all right, I'm done debating this with you.
Seriously, why are you asking me to leave?
I'm done debating.
I think what the officer's trying to convey to you is that if you are standing on the sidewalk and you want to film into the police cars from the sidewalk with your phone, he's not having a problem with it. He's having a problem with you going into the area, the private use parking lot, acting suspicious, acting unusual by your own words, and filming inside of the cars. He's asking you to leave. You probably should leave. Go out to the parking lot. Film what you can film them as they drive off. I'm sure you're allowed to do that.
That's with you. Okay. I'm done. I'm done debating it with you, because I'm not going to let somebody walk around looking at our police cars where we have firearms and all of our expensive equipment and all of our. I couldn't hear you.
Are they locked?
Yeah, they're locked.
So how can I get in?
Is your car locked? How do people see it?
No shit, right? Yeah. No, hold on. I'll let him finish.
Yeah. So you want us to stand there and watch you until you do that? Is that what you were expecting?
Yeah.
Would you do
that's not how it works, first off.
that?
Because then that's a crime.
Would you do that? So if somebody was walking around your car at the supermarket when you park at Bueller's or Giant Eagle, they're walking around your car, you're going to wait for them to break in before you say anything?
I asked him what he's doing.
Okay.
Hey, what are you doing?
You can ask him to leave.
But if I go and touch him, what is that? Assault, right? Because he did nothing wrong.
Wait, I assaulted you now? I assaulted you?
No, I'm saying.
Is that what you're saying?
Touch him. He's just looking around my car, walking around, right? I say, hey, buddy, what are you doing? Blah,
You think
blah,
you'd call the police?
Huh?
I bet you'd call the police.
Yeah.
And you expect something done, wouldn't
For
you?
what? A suspicious.
Yeah, exactly. And his argument falls apart when you consider like a car lot, for instance, right? So car lot, publicly accessible, right? You can drive in and out of it pretty much. I mean, a lot of them you can. Like there's used car lots, for instance, like a We Tote the Note car lots. You can drive in and out of those lots as you please. Now at night they lock them up, but you can drive in and out of them. That's public. It's publicly accessible. But see if they don't have a problem with you going and walking around and staring inside the cars without any intention of buying it. Now I know that's part of the buying process, but there's difference when you're, there for nefarious reasons. They're not stupid. And they're not going to wait for you to steal their car before they try to get you off the lot. They're just going to get you off the lot. You don't want to leave the lot, they'll call the police. So yes, it's publicly accessible, but no, you can't just go do fucking unusual shit and not expect somebody to fucking say something and have you fucking removed. Even if you didn't commit a crime. Look at the anti-maskers again. Same thing happens to them all the fucking time. They ain't committing no crimes. Still asked to leave. They still gotta go.
This person, correct?
And you'd expect something done, wouldn't you?
An investigative.
And you'd say, hey, police officer, can you get him away from my car? And next time, and you think I would say, I can't do anything.
You can't, really. It's a public space. Walmart or Builders or whatever will have to tell that guy to leave. Or if you start have to like getting loud and disorderly, then you can tell him to leave. But
okay, I appreciate. I appreciate your opinion.
In a situation, and I just have to eat that.
Okay, are you going to fill that out?
Yeah, I'm going to fill it out.
Okay, go ahead and fill that out, and I'll come collect it from you. Okay.
What did you say?
Go ahead and fill that out, and I'll come collect it from you. Okay.
Alrighty.
Thank you, sir.
Now, what do you guys think? How'd that cop do? He did hella fucking good, huh? Like, I love watching frauditors fucking go to jail. I love watching them get put in their place. But it always frustrates me that it even gets to that point. That there never is a dialogue that's ever really occurs between them. This was a 30-minute long video. It was pretty much full of dialogue the whole time. So kudos to the cop. Just like Alyssum said, kudos to the cop. Way to represent the rest of you guys properly. And hopefully somebody else will see that one day and say, you know what? That's the way that I'm going to handle these dickheads, jackasses, dipsticks, whatever the fuck we want to call them. All right. Let me pop open a cold one here and get on camera for you guys. Got some super chats to read for y'all. Fuck YouTube! For $5 says, I love the Sobsit videos where, courtesy of Mr. Sparky, Sobsits come to the shocking realization that their nonsense doesn't fucking work. Yeah, it doesn't, right? Like, when are they gonna learn? Like all the other right to travel people, all the other videos that are out there that show people getting fucking electrocuted and shit. Why do you think that hasn't stopped happening? Why do you think there's consistently brand new fucking videos of people getting arrested for doing stupid shit? Why? I can tell you why. Because it's illegal. It was illegal back then. It's illegal today. It's going to be illegal tomorrow. But by all means, don't let an asshole like me keep you from posting some stupidity. Because I love fucking stupidity. And you guys are the ones that are keeping my channel alive because y'all make dumb content and I get to react to it and point out how stupid you are. So, yeah, I love it. Let's, next super chat. That'd be Stuart Christmas. Oh, Stuart Christmas. Sega Genesis, 70 Sega Genesis dollars. Oh, man. Really looking forward to my trip back to the U.S. and seeing some of these zoo animals in their natural habitat. Can my son buy a bag of seeds to feed them? Don't feed the frauditors, guys. Don't feed the frauditors. But, Mr. Christmas, Stewie, it was a pleasure talking to you the other day, man. Meant a lot. Thank you. Exact opposite for you, Brainy, but I hate that I make fun of Brainy all the time. I love you, Brainy. You know that. Stuart, this cold shot is for you. I can't chug Dr. Pepper, guys. It's so hard. All right. That's pretty much it for tonight. What time is it? 7:40? That's good. Okay. Let me do something real quick. Oh, actually, I know what I'll do. Okay. I was going to say, let me just do something for you guys real quick. I'm going to bring in a video. I'm going to play the video. It's going to piss you off. And then, excuse me. Oh, whoa, hold on. I'm sorry. Justin Zoman, what up? Member for 20 months. Oh my God, you're coming up on 2 years. Milestone message. I look forward to next month's milestone message, Justin. The 21, the blackjack. Oh, Vegas coming up, man. We got mathematicians of this community. What game should I be playing? And how should I be playing it? I like craps. And, okay, do we have any craps players out there? First off, I want to ask an etiquette question, okay? I truly mean this, an etiquette question. Is it bad etiquette for me to bet on the no pass line? Because everybody's rolling. They're like, roll it, right? Yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going. And they roll and roll and roll, but I know odds. And the only time the odds are against the no pass line, I believe, is when on the first roll. So if they roll a 7 or an 11 or 7 or 11 on the first roll, then they win. But any roll after that, the odds are more likely to hit 7 than it is to hit any other number. So if I bet on the no pass line, over time I feel like I should win more than I lose. Yeah? Mathematicians out there, tell me I'm wrong or I'm not getting it right somewhere so I don't make this mistake while I'm out there, you know? But it seems to me as though, Stewie, were you and Clive Wells and PhD Tony. So, yeah, like, I don't know. You know, do I bet on the no pass line just because I believe the odds are, am I wrong about the odds being in my favor? I think I'm right. You know, I've done the math in my head. It seems like I would be right. 7 would hit more than any other number. So outside of the first one, 7's the loser. So if I get past the first roll, then it's a matter of just playing over time, I guess, right? I don't know. I'd have to look at that one. Roulette, red or black? JP, I got a sick ass roulette fucking I got a sick-ass roulette thing. If we're playing 1-0, which is European roulette, which I don't think we're going to be playing, but it's harder to pick a strategy on the 2 roulette, the 00 American roulette, but on the European roulette, I got the numbers memorized. It's 1, 6, 9, which is the combination. Combination 15, 17, 16, 17, 18, 17, and 2017, I believe. They form a cross. 21 or 22, 24, 31, 34, 36, I think. And when you play those combination of numbers, what you do is you lock off one significant portion of the wheel on one side and a tiny portion on the other side. You hit 17, it's like hitting 17 twice and betting on it. So, and then you also hit 15, 19, 20, and 22. I don't know. I have to remember the numbers. If I see the table, I know it. But there's other strategies on the European roulette, but I don't know them too well because the board is set up. I mean, on the American one with the 00s. The table, the spinner is set up so that the numbers across from each other keep you from cornering a section of the table. If you understand what I mean. If you play roulette, you'll know what I'm talking about. But, hey, if they got European roulette, I'll play that all day. Because I hit and I hit good on that. Of course, it's all luck. I recommend you don't gamble. But I'm going to be in Vegas. And I got to get my mind off shit. So, fuck it. We're going to go gamble some money. We're going to shoot some guns at Battlefield Vegas. Vegas baby girl, have you ever been to Battlefield Vegas? Let's see. Odds are always in favor of the casino. Yeah, I know. I just got to find the game that has the least odds in favor of the casino. All right. So, I need to let me add that video. My next source video. Like I said, you'll like it, but it's gonna piss you the fuck off. So, you may have seen this lady already. She's a weirdo. Hold on 1 second. Let me pull it up. Cygnus. Cygnus TSP. I'm unsubbing from Brainy, FYI. Oh, damn. Let's all join the club and join Cygnus. And the mass unsub from the great Brainy Beaver. Mystery Man for 569 hours. Just a quick hello, team. Just a quick hello back, Mystery Man. Michael King. I have philosophical questions I would love to ask you in private, my man. Deep, meaningful sheet. Hey, email me or Discord me. Either one. Least odds in favor of the casino's blackjack. I know, but I have a hard time playing blackjack because I can kind of count, but I don't consider myself a counter, but I can kind of count because I know math. And so running the count in my head and seeing things play out the way they do, I understand. And I think I would find it hard to not take advantage of that, and the house frowns upon that big time. So I don't think I'd be going out there and winning millions of dollars, so they probably wouldn't say shit. But if I was playing blackjack, I don't know. I think I would rather just play something like roulette. I can play some poker, but poker's more against the other players, not against the house. Which again is kind of, is better in the long run. But I'm only gonna be there for 3 days. It's fun. I'm just going there to have fun. I gotta remember to tell myself that. Go in there to get my mind off of shit. Get back in a good mental space. And fucking kick fucking ass. Alright. So here we go. It's two videos that we're gonna watch. All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move it to the end first because that's the first video I'm covering. Hold on. Let me cut over here and let me bring this up. All right. So I'm gonna move it to the end first so you can see the first video I'm covering. I just recorded it in backwards. She's a piece of shit, guys. Like. This woman pisses me the fuck off. Okay, here we go. Whoops. Here we go. Okay. Reddit life. Here we go.
You want to discriminate? Well, is it a law? Should we call the sheriff and ask him to explain the law? Well, then let's call law enforcement, because this is a problem. I don't wear a mask.
I'm sorry, we're not serving people without masks.
You're not serving people? That's discrimination. You want to discriminate?
It's just the policy.
Well, is it a law? Should we call the sheriff and ask him to explain the law?
My manager told me that.
Well, then let's call law enforcement, because this is a problem. This is not a law, and I am under no obligation to wear a mask.
I'm sorry, it's just what my manager told us.
So in Nazi Germany, when your manager told you to like shove people in the ovens, you would do that, I guess?
Yeah, she just said that, guys. She literally just said that.
Don't you?
See, I need to ridicule this person. Yes? Yes?
Well, I will stand here and
no? Yes, no? Chat?
Like
ridicule?
Arrest of you. This is discrimination.
Oh, and she's a citizen's arrester. Oh, man, beautiful. She said she needs to call the cops so that she can citizen's arrest her. It's not how it works, dumbass. Number one. Number two, did you really just equate people wearing fucking a mask to employees being required to serve and not serve people who choose on their own to wear a mask or not wear a mask? Did you really just equate that to fucking people being ordered to kill the Jewish race, to exterminate Jews in Germany? Are you fucking kidding me? Ridicule. Ridicule, ridicule, ridicule. I don't think these people understand how unhireable they're making themselves out to be. Let me go play the second video. That's the first video. That's quick, right? This one's about 8 minutes long, so we'll watch this one. She's wearing a Patriot shirt. Yeah, you ain't no fucking Patriot. That's for goddamn sure. Listen to her dumbass logic too, and she shows her face. How fucking stupid can you be? You will never. Once they identify you, and the internet will, will never be hireable again.
Why don't you clock out? Why don't you clock out?
You look crazy. You look crazy.
That's fine.
You look crazy.
Yeah. Well, you are crazy. Mm-hmm. Sure. I'm not a slave wearing a mask.
Please not harass our customers.
I would have been very happy to check out.
Be quiet.
I don't have to be quiet. I'm an American. I have free speech.
Inside of our business.
It's called a 1A, First Amendment.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I am a descendant of a slave.
Yeah.
But your goddamn
And by the
people
way,
killed,
you know what?
You killed,
When you were
you
slave,
stabbed
you had to
us,
wear a
you
mask.
raped us,
And I guess you
did
missed that.
everything. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you dismiss it because
I
you don't
guess
want no
you
fucking
missed
accountability.
You heard that too, right, guys? You heard that too. Slaves wore masks. Back in the day, they were wearing their N95s. She's so stupid.
You need to take your
She pisses me off, people.
crazy ass up to
Right.
the psych ward.
I like
And
this
then
lady.
realize
Take
what
your
goddamn
crazy ass.
history
Well, at
is.
least you took your mask down. Good job. Would you like a brochure?
I have to talk to somebody
You
like
do.
you.
I agree.
Know
I'm only
your
trying to help
fucking
you.
History before you start
I do
asking
know the
me to say
history.
shit.
I
And
do
if
know
you
my
ever
history.
Call somebody else a slave, you better go ask your goddamn grandmother what the motherfucking Confederate
We
Bible
were
said.
all slaves.
You better hear you.
You do realize we were all slaves, right?
Well, you need to acknowledge that.
I do acknowledge
Okay,
it.
then don't
What an
call me a
idiot.
slave. You're
What a
I'm saying
dumbass.
When anyone wears the
Your shit.
mask, you're
Yeah,
a
but
slave.
your shit.
Slavery is a choice.
I'm not a man. I don't need you. Don't tell me about my mask. I had COVID.
Uh-huh. You had the
So
flu.
you don't tell me.
You had the flu.
No, it wasn't the flu.
Yeah,
Because
you
I'm
had the flu
asthmatic. It wasn't
because
the fucking
Facebook
flu.
said so.
You sick.
You sound like a hypochondriac.
No, sound like to me your grandfathers, your forefathers, and everybody else the twisted lies they told you. And you want
I'm just waiting for like a
You
big
doing
bag
that
of
shit right
flour
now.
to come out from
Twisted
over
shit.
the top
Like
and
I said,
smash her
I'm
in the
happy to
face.
Take the mask down.
But you know what?
Mission
I
accomplished.
know you are.
I am.
And if I had COVID,
Like, eat flour.
Oh no.
I wouldn't be held accountable.
I have an immune system.
Well, oh, so there you go.
Yeah.
You're talking
What a
about
oh my god.
Yes, my
Fuck
immune system
piece
is
of
my
shit.
privilege, right?
You know
Yeah,
what?
I'd make healthy
You know what?
choices.
Let me tell you something.
That's
I want
called
you to go to bed
choice
with this.
privilege.
God,
Please, yeah.
Forgive me.
In Jesus' name, forgive her. Go
Right.
for it.
Kiss
Yeah.
my black ass.
Ah, kiss
Ooh.
my black
I'm
ass.
shattered.
Playing
I
it
don't know if I'll
again.
sleep tonight.
I love
Please,
that
yeah.
lady.
Forgive me.
In Jesus' name, forgive her. Go
Right.
for it.
Kiss
Yeah.
my black ass.
Ah!
Ooh.
I love that
shattered.
lady. She's
I don't
so
know if I'll
awesome.
sleep tonight. Offensive. I
How
was
is that
trying to
not
have a
being offensive?
conversation. I was just trying to have a conversation with him.
You said you thought Asians were smart.
Yeah, and I was kidding. I was just.
Does that sound kidding to you?
Yes, because everyone knows Asians are smart.
Wow.
It's like saying a
Terrell,
lot.
you got to get her the fuck out of here.
Excuse me.
This
I'm
girl
not
is a
moving.
piece
I-
of
well,
work.
You need to wear a mask. It's
I
a
do
mandate now
not-
inside of
it's
our
not
store.
law.
And we can refuse business.
Then let's call the police.
We can
I
call
will
the
wait here
police
for you to
right
call
now.
the police.
you can wait outside. Let's
You
go.
can wait
No,
outside.
I didn't
Ma'am,
do anything
you're
wrong.
being asked to leave.
I did nothing wrong.
Now you're trespassing.
Thank
So
you.
you're being
Let's
asked to
call the.
leave.
So I'd
You
like
can
to.
wait outside.
I'd like
Trespassing
the
inside
police
of
to
our
call
business.
business,
Let's go.
and you need to wait
You
outside
need
for the
to
police.
let go,
Ma'am,
and
you
I need
please-
to call the police.
Ma'am,
You can
well,
call the
you have a
police.
phone. You call the
No,
police.
I'm
Ma'am,
not.
please let this go.
Excuse me.
Ma'am, please let this go.
You are-
Keep not leaving. The
not
police will be
doing
called.
anything.
Please let this go.
Nope.
Ma'am, please let
I'm.
this go.
Please unhand me. Please
Ma'am,
let
please
go.
let this go.
You're assaulting me.
I'm not assaulting
Yes,
you.
you are.
I'm not.
Yes,
I'm not
you
assaulting
are.
you. Ma'am, please let this
Nope.
go. Can you let this go?
I'd like you to call the law enforcement.
I am. It
We
seems like
will
you got a
when
medical
you leave our
condition.
I would like you to
It
call
seems
law
like you have a
enforcement.
medical condition. Something's going on with you. Are
I
you okay?
have every right to be here.
No, ma'am,
Do
you're
not
refusing
anymore.
to leave right now.
That's right.
You're
I'd like you to call
you're
law
being
enforcement.
asked to leave.
Yeah, I'd like you to call law
Okay,
enforcement.
I will. When you let this go.
Great. Nope.
May you please let this go, ma'am?
No, I will not.
Ma'am, may you please let this go?
I'm not
you're,
letting
You're being
anything
asked
go.
to leave.
And I'd like
Ma'am,
to be
you're being asked to
accommodated.
leave.
No,
You're not being
I have
accommodated.
every right to be here.
Ma'am,
Oh
you
my
please let
god. If you want to be accommodated, put on your fucking mask, you fucking moron. Okay, this lady pissed me off and I'm getting upset. Need to save some of this anger for my next video. She's coming. She's my next topic though. She's my next video here. I'll let it finish playing out. She's my next one.
Well, please.
Ma'am, please let this go.
Please call the police.
Please, you can
Please call
smile.
the
You
police.
you're not wearing a mask.
Call the police.
They ask you to leave.
I'm not leaving until you call the police.
Ma'am, please let it go.
Nope, I'm going to talk to law enforcement.
We can
talk to
law
him outside.
Outside, you
You're
have
being
6
asked to
witnesses
leave.
to go against you at the moment.
You're being
You are
asked to leave.
trespassing on our property,
And I'm-
Safeway property.
I'm sorry.
You can kick your ass outside and wait.
You can
We'll
call
call
law
the cops right
enforcement.
there.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
You can call. I'm not leaving.
I don't think those guys are fucking around, Karen. You might want to step outside and just do as they ask. You are on their property, by the way. And don't think that holding your basket is going to protect you from having that shit ripped the fuck out of your hands.
I have
Please,
every
let's go.
right to be here. Nope.
Ma'am, why are you, ma'am, please let's go.
I'm a San Francisco native. I have every
is
right
not San
to be here.
Francisco.
Excuse me.
I'm a
Please
San
let go of my hand.
Francisco
Please,
native.
You're literally assaulting me.
Ma'am,
Now
I
I'm
am
going
not
to make a police
assaulting you.
report.
I am not assaulting
Call
you.
police.
I don't think
You're
understand.
touching me, and
I
I'm
don't
not
think you
comfortable with
understand what
that.
assaulting
Please
means.
let go of me.
Can you please let go of the property
You're
of Safeway?
literally
Can you let
assaulting
go of the
me.
property of Safeway?
Let go
racial
of
Can you
me.
let go of the
How about
property of
that?
Safeway?
Let go of me.
Can you let go of the...
No.
You said the N-word?
Let go of me. No, I didn't. Move, girl. Stop touching me.
Ma'am,
Call the
please
police.
come on.
Call the police.
Come on, man.
I'm not leaving. Stop it.
Ma'am,
Call the police. You can
She
call the
literally,
police.
oh my God.
You,
I don't know if y'all can tell or not, but she's pulled the ultimate toddler move. This is 100 IQ for a child, okay? To just plop yourself on the ground and have people fucking drag you. Like that. Like she's okay with this public display of stupidity. What is wrong with people? Thank you, whoever you are. Thank you. Men don't mask on, I guess that's Instagram or Twitter. Or not Twitter, but TikTok. I don't know. But on one of them, that's probably Instagram. Men don't mask. I really want to see what other stupid shit she has to offer.
excuse me.
It's a slippery sword.
Stop. Call the police right now. I was.
Bought it from Europe.
Yeah, your people sold you into slavery.
You know what?
What?
You know what? Let me tell your dumbass something.
Please.
You know why they sold us into slavery?
Why?
Because the dumbass Europeans start marrying the slaves so they can have a fucking straight.
Were you there? I don't think we've been lied to about all our history.
You don't know nothing about your history. Because if you did, you wouldn't be sitting here.
That's a beautiful comment by her, right? We've been lied to about our history. Then how the fuck do you know what you're telling is the truth? Like your own logic is illogical.
Calling me a slave because you know that.
I'm saying if you choose to wear the mask, slavery is a choice.
She said I was a slave.
I said slavery is a choice. This is
You know
slavery.
what? Oh, she's talking about her. Oh, she's talking about her. Thank you for rectifying her. But this is not.
Check
No,
it out.
I don't know if you have COVID. You did it to yourself. I don't know.
Right.
I'm not
It's not contagious. I couldn't give you something if I tried to.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yes.
How do you know it's not contagious?
Oh my fucking God. I'm gonna have to stop this video like every fucking 30 seconds when I make my video about it.
Because I am a health conscious individual. There's
I'm
nothing
health
new under the
conscious.
sun. Okay, viruses. I got a virus 3 years ago. I asked my doctor, who's like a natural doctor, I'm like, I want harder drugs because I didn't like being sick. And you know what she told me? She was like, I can make you comfortable. There's nothing I can do because it's a virus. It plays itself out. And it did. I was miserable for 2 weeks. Miserable. Okay, maybe it was pre-COVID. Who knows? Because it was, I'd been traveling. What I'm trying to tell you is that there's nothing new under the sun. I'm sure they are.
But you know what? Before you start calling people slaves,
Hi. How's it going? The only reason I'm sitting down is because
I love how she says that she can't catch the virus because she has an immune system. Yeah, go have sex with an AIDS patient. If you are that confident, then you should have no problem having unprotected sex with someone who's infected with HIV. I bet she changes her mind about her immune system then.
is because they just
And it doesn't have to be HIV. It could be herpes or any sexually transmitted disease. I'm not here to shame anybody or anything like that, but the idea is that her arguments, why are her arguments only applicable when it comes to COVID? How the fuck does she think she catches the flu every year or a cold every year? What makes her think that she can't get sick because of her immune system when I'm sure she at least gets sick occasionally?
Yes, sure.
I'm sorry. See, I'm debunking this live, and that's not my goal here. I just want y'all to see it. I'm sorry. She's pissing me off.
That's okay.
You know?
Would you prefer to speak at the front so we're away from people?
No, it's fine.
Okay, so tell me what's going on today.
Basically, I was just trying to get my
Oh, basically, I'm just trespassing. No big deal. God, I'm going to have so much fun making this video.
I was having a private conversation, a friendly conversation with another patron. I would never be offensive. I love all people. But, you know, it's like if you...
Did y'all hear what she said? In the chat right now, because it's playing on here. I hope she sees this. What the fuck did she say just now that is completely hypocritical? I promise I would never say anything offensive. I would never say anything offensive. Listening says Cleveland area body camera. I think I shared the link to that video. Let me go ahead and share that link again, Fisney, so that way people can find it. This is the original link to the frauditor video that we watched earlier. Oh man, you know what? I'm just gonna hold on. Let me let this video play, and I'll grab that link so that whoever's asking for it can get it.
Over here a little snippet, and you think it just jumped all over me. And then security was called and put his hands on me, on my basket. It's like, you know what? I'm just here to get some groceries. I have every right to speak freely. This is not free speech. I don't do that. And as a Christian, I feel persecuted. It's like, you know...
How does this play into religion?
Image bearer of God.
Like most people know by now, right? Hold on. We're gonna play that last part. This part's pretty funny to me too. Okay, we're gonna play that last part. But like, okay, let me play it again so that way I don't.
If you overhear a little snippet and you think it just jumped all over me, and then security was called and put his hands on me, on my basket. It's like. You know what? I'm just here to get some groceries. I have every right to speak freely. This is not free speech. I don't
It's not
do that.
okay.
And
putting a mask over your fucking face hole while in the middle of a pandemic is not obstructing your right to freedom of speech. Again, I'm not going to get behind people like this. This is not a right that they have. They can speak perfectly fine with a fucking mask over their face. I communicate just fine. We just watched an entire video where the guy had a face covering over his face the whole time. We had no problem understanding him. You can do it too, lady.
As a Christian,
Karen.
I'm persecuted. It's like, you know, this is the breath of life. I'm an image bearer of God. I won't mask my face. So I know my rights. I know what my First Amendment is. I know it's backed up by the Second.
I apologize for interrupting, but what was your first name, ma'am?
Christina.
Christina, okay. I'm Officer Olivier. Call me back.
Nice to meet you.
I totally understand what's going on today. And I like hearing your part of...
He does. You're an idiot, and he knows that. You're on private property. No matter what you say, no matter, you could make all the pleadings in the world that you want to make. Go right fucking ahead, because guess what? It doesn't fucking matter, Karen. You're still trespassing. You're still going to be forced to leave the property, and you're not going to get to do it with your lemons.
Side of the story here. I got called here by security and management too.
Yeah, I called 911. I also called.
We also got a call from you.
Yes, you did.
But the deal is today, the business can refuse service to somebody. Right now, they've informed me that they're refusing service to you.
Yeah, the thing is, they can't do it on the basis of this.
They can
and
do it
that's,
on the basis of...
No, they can't. Public accommodation. They actually...
Yeah, yes, they can, Karen. Yes, they can. She's the ultimate Karen. She's pulling everything that a Karen does. I know everything. They can't do this. I'm not leaving. You have no right. These are my rights. Your rights are invalid. My rights are intact. Fuck you, Karen. Fuck you.
They can't.
Yes, they can.
No, they cannot.
But ma'am, so today, if what you're telling
That
me
is not true. Like, literally, I also have a medical exemption. So it's like, to do that is discriminated against me for medical, for Christian. I mean, you did swear an oath to the Constitution. Do you remember that oath?
I absolutely
do. You remember what the 1A is?
But Christine,
Yeah, and it has absolutely nothing to do with what you're doing right now. Zero. You're not being religiously persecuted. You're not being your First Amendment right to speech is not being violated by the government. You're not being disallowed your opportunity to protest. You can't protest inside of in private property, just as I can't go into your home and say, I'm going to protest in your living room. You can't protest inside that store and be protected by the First Amendment. Sorry, but you, Karen, don't know your own fucking rights that you're claiming right here. You can eat shit.
Yes.
the deal is today is the business here is refusing.
So I just told you.
This Karen pisses me off, guys.
And if that's the case,
I'd like to make a
Either
report.
that or
I'd
it's
like
the
to make a
Dr.
complaint.
Pepper.
That's totally inappropriate.
Bring your business to somewhere else.
I'd like to make a report. I don't. He actually squeezed me. I think I'm gonna have bruising.
Do you have injury?
Poor Karen. Right now, I wish I could find it. Somewhere in the dust on my desk is the world's smallest violin. And I'd be playing it for you right now if I could find it, Karen, but I can't find it. So unfortunately for you, you're just going to have to deal with being trespassed.
Yes, I
No
do.
violin.
I needed my lemons. I needed my tea. You know?
Okay, that's the end of that video. All right. Are you wearing a mask? LOL. I will call the supervisor. No, don't call. Hey, that's Bella Charge. Don't call Bella Charge and tell them I'm not wearing a mask. I will. I'll go put one on for you guys. I want to give y'all mouth herpes. So anyway, let's wrap this up. I had a good show tonight, guys. I want to appreciate everybody that showed up to watch the show. I like this, man. I like doing stuff like this, watching videos and doing live interactions. It's fun. You guys enjoy the show? I got a couple super chats to read. I'll get to those in 1 second. But did you guys enjoy the show? I stood here the whole time. Even when I wasn't on camera, I was still standing for you guys. It is what it is. She doesn't deserve my fucking smallest violin. Right? Oh, God. Mike71, so good to see you, man. I haven't seen you in forever. Droopy Wiener, you too, man. I miss you guys. Sorry I was late, says Jennifer. This live stream will be listed under the Team Skeptic live playlist. I unlist all my live streams. I've been doing that for a while. I know people cherry pick and say, oh, you unlisted that live stream where you embarrassed yourself. No, motherfucker, I'll unlist all live streams, so eat shit. Dr. Pepper Wednesdays is in effect for this week. We're not going to do this all the time. Maybe we'll make this our Thursday thing, or we'll do it on Saturday with a group of people. Or we'll do it on Monday, you know, whatever you guys want. You guys tell me what you want. I'm up for anything. Like I said, I'm trying to be better than I was last week, right? That's the goal. That's what I told you guys I was going to do. We discussed it on stream. It starts right here, right? Starts right here. That's where it starts, with the Dr. Pepper. But we're not going to be doing Dr. Pepper Wednesdays moving forward. That was just for tonight. Next week is Vegas. If any of you guys want to throw $1 in my casino slot fund, by all means, my PayPal is in the description. But don't feel obligated. I'm going out there to have a good time and take my mind off of the ridiculousness I've put myself in over the past couple of weeks. Totally my fault, but I got to keep moving forward. You know, I can't beat myself up. So let's read off the super chats. I'm going to go back one that I've already read off. Oh, wait, I hadn't taken a drink of my tasty Dr. Pepper. Professor Phil Bell says, Team Skeptic, are you on the wagon? Not necessarily. Like I was talking with my girl the other night, and I was like, look, you know, when I drink to excess, I do stupid shit. But I don't feel like I have to drink. Like, I haven't had a drink since that night. I don't even crave it. I'm having a good time without it right now. It was simply a prop that got out of control, and that's on me. I'll let that happen. So I'm not saying that I'm on the wagon, but I'm definitely taking a huge step backwards. I can be entertaining without being a drunk on camera. Do you agree, people? Was tonight a boring ass stream where the Whiskey Wednesdays were fucking super entertaining to watch me get sloshed? Just, hey, be honest. That's the only way I'm gonna grow, okay? And I would never be mad at you if you're being an honest person and you're giving me an opinion that I can count on as being genuine. Was this an entertaining show? Did you have a good time? I had more people watching tonight than I've had on Whiskey Wednesdays. That's 100% for sure. Not boring, alcohol or no alcohol. Absolutely agree. Smoke weed every day. Oh yeah, baby. I'm iffy about smoking weed on camera. You know, I don't mind. Are you not entertained? Says Daryl M. It's damn straight. No, but when it comes to smoking weed, I'm a bit more reserved about that. I think I would first take a drink on stream with people than smoke on stream. But I had a lot of people say that that's something I do it on my own. Like, that's my own thing. I'm not trying to encourage you. You make your own decisions as an adult. I support you making your own decision. Be responsible regardless of your decision. But it helps me because it keeps me from feeling like I need to take an opiate to deal with the pain in my back. I got fucked up pain. Don't feel bad for me. Okay? I don't need anybody going, oh, Skeptic, you're hurting, Skeptic. Yes, I'm hurting. Every fucking day I hurt. Every time you see me on camera, I am dealing with a fucking back pain that I cannot do anything fucking about. And there's no point in us talking about it or focusing on it, you know? It's just something that is what it is. But when I don't smoke a little bit of weed, I start to feel stiffness in my back and pain. And I feel like the only way to get rid of it is take an opiate. I'd been prescribed them before. They worked. But I didn't like the feeling they put me on. And I really, just with the opiate epidemic that goes around this country and really around the world, it's just in my best interest to not do that. I would rather smoke a little bit of herbage than take, you know, synthetic heroin, basically. But I'm a little bit reserved about doing it on camera. Maybe a late night show where we don't have to worry about, you know, I've had people say, hey, sometimes I'll let my kids sit down and we watch you or we listen to you. Can you cut back on the cursing? Fuck no. I'm just kidding. I know you guys aren't listening with your kids right now, but people have said that to me before. So maybe a really late night show, I might be inclined to do that and just kind of sit back, get a little buzz going, and maybe on the After Dark channel. Maybe not this channel. Hey, we have more people watching than at the beginning of the show, so I want to ask this question again. If you look up, we have the answer probably won't change. It's 58% true crime. All right. So here, let me tell you something. Okay. All right. True crime. Okay. So do you guys want to, not right now. Okay. Can I count on you guys to rate my first true crime video? If I do a true crime one. Can I get you guys to rate it? Just tell me what I did right, what I did wrong, what I could improve on. Let me tell you the story without telling it like I would be telling it, and I'm just going to tell you the story I picked out. I don't want to jump on the same bandwagon that all the other true crime stories channels do and pick the one that The one where, you know, like everybody's done it, so everybody already knows the story and they're just hearing other people. But the story is that of Thessalonica Allen. She killed her husband, then tried to convince her children to get rid of the body. They wouldn't help her. She chopped up the legs off her husband. Portion. I don't want to get too much into it. I got to tell a little story, you know what I mean? But god damn it, this would be a good true crime story to tell. I'll make the motherfucking shit black behind me. Man, we'll get down on it. I think I could do it good. I know I could do it good. I know I could. But I think I could make it entertaining for you. And entertaining for me. I think I could use a different style of material to do that. My channel is not going to change. And these videos won't go on my channel. They'll go on another channel. I have a few channels that have built up a little bit. So one of them I'll convert to it and we'll just grow from that channel. But holy shit. Thessalonica Allen and Randy Allen, go look at that story and tell me that I should not do that fucking story. That's crazy. And the thing is that for my first one, I have an affidavit that I can view, which is the affidavit. I believe it's the affidavit submitted by the prosecutor, like the affidavit, the facts, I think is what it's called. Let me see. Affidavit for probable cause. So it's telling why they have probable cause. So it's hearing the story coming from the father of one of her kids and her 3 kids who pretty much witnessed everything. So, up to you guys. Who cuts people's legs off, right? I prefer a hybrid. Archangel says, hey, Beaver C. What up, Archangel? What up, Beaver C? Charlie Welch. Jane Doe. Oh, yes. Jane Doe, that's... Okay, so Jane... That's kind of like what I was asking. If you look in the poll, it says that, you know, one style would be kind of like that chapter. That would be purely true crime. And then the other one would be kind of like creepy stories, which would include true crime, like the creepy true crime. This is creepy true crime right here, right? Like, if you guys watch that chapter, I do. I like that guy. Great content creator. If you're not watching him, go fucking watch him. Great fucking content creator. But he doesn't always cover creepy stories. Sometimes he covers just like interesting, you know, nefarious stories where, you know, maybe the plot was about money and not like it's not a gruesome attack. Like, go watch the channel This Is Monsters. All he covers are the gruesome, the most deplorable people on the face of the planet, really. You know? So I don't know. I want to do it. I want to add something to what I'm doing already. I have the time now. I have the time. I have the energy. I think I have the motivation. I think you guys motivate me pretty good to do something else and do it well. You know, put real effort into it. Quantum Degreaser said, earlier this year, I actually did find myself walking down the side of a road on a dark and stormy night, away from a house to a car parked down the road. Oh, yeah. Hey, Quantum Degreaser. I could start off every scary story like that. Skooma Cat says, I love This Is Monsters. Oh my God, that intro music. Dun, 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 dun. Gets me every fucking time. Sounds like we watch the same channel. I know, right? There's a lot of you guys out there that watch this. This is why I'm asking you guys, what would you like to see? You know, like let's diversify a little bit. Let's diversify without affecting the channel by putting that content on alongside content that is completely different. Let's move it to a different channel. But what is it that you want to see? Jane Doe, what you've been watching me for a while, Jane Doe. What would I be good at? Which one would I be really good at? Telling the crazy, scary, creepy stories about murder and mayhem and mystery. Of course, I'm skeptical, so every ghost story out there would be hard. I'd be like, yeah, you're just seeing shit. You know, every single time. Yeah, you're seeing shit again. So that would be hard, but I could still tell the story and be interesting about it. What would you see, Jane Doe? If you had your choice. You too, Daryl M. You've been around forever. Paracord Princess. I've never, ever seen you in the chat. Or if I have, I don't remember you. Good to see you. And now for something completely different. Right? Well, I just enjoy doing it. You know, I enjoy watching those shows. I enjoy the information that comes with it. So, kind of, yeah. Another is bedtime. Oh, my God. You really would want me to read you bedtime stories, Skooma. Calm down, kitty. Calm down. I need fire. Me too, masturbator. All right, guys, look. I think that's what we're going to end the show tonight. I had a great time. This was amazing. Oh, super chats. Goddamn. Almost forgot to read them. Let me read these out real quick. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. We're going all the way back to Cygnus TSP, who we've already read, but we're reiterating. I'm unsubbing from Brainy, FYI. Brainy, we love you. He doesn't, but we do. Put a 1 in the chat if you love Brainy Beaver more than the bubble gum that you left underneath the chair when you were in elementary school. That's not that much love. Come on, we need to see a lot of 1s. I love you, Brainy. I'm a 1. I'm a 1, Brainy. Stuart Christmas for 68.98 Sega Genesis. Sega. The big secret of blackjack is just getting as close to 21 as possible, but don't go over. It's a big Vegas secret. Don't tell anyone. Yeah, see, people get mad. People get real mad. Those are way too many 1s. Brainy's going to get a big head. Okay. There are way too many people that get upset about people that misbet in blackjack. I found that out. So you got to not misbet. But other than that, yeah, you're right. Really, the whole idea is just to push the house over. I understand that now, looking back on it. Brainy Beaver for $2 Canadian. Been a while. Since I've seen a good antiquing. When did I antique? Am I the antique? Brainy, are you saying that everybody put a 1 in the chat if you hate Brainy Beaver? 1 right here. I'm putting it up. Stuart Christmas for $28.98. Man, Stuart, thank you so much, man. You really mean a lot to me. Like, as a friend, you mean a lot to me. Thank you for being there. We finally got an opportunity. Me and him have been chatting over email for, God, I was about to say months, Stuart. Years. We share a common dislike. Love you, Stuart. Yeah. You know, you understand. But thank you. When I got done with my last live stream, I was in a pretty dark place, and a lot of people came together for me. Like Tony and the Plot Hole and Brainy and Commander Darklight and Bella Charge and even Stuart Christmas, you know, when it was all said and done. So thank you. I needed you guys that night, and y'all were there for me. So thank you so much. All right, Stuart Christmas for $28.98 Sega Genesis dollars. My 2.5-year-old is better at negotiations than this. You should hear his philosophy on why he should get an ice cream whilst wearing a dinosaur mask. Well, let me tell you something there, Stuart Christmas. That youngster, that 2.5-year-old angel, needs some fucking ice cream. Go get that man some ice cream. Get that man his money. All right. Yeah, I'm having a really good time tonight, guys. I just am. I'm sorry. I'm acting stupid. But this is sober stupid, so it's more like having fun. Simon Mitchner for £5. Please put this on 13 on the roulette whilst in Vegas. Okay, I'll write it down. $5 on 13. If I hit, I'll tell you about it. No, I'll split money with you. Sam, I am. Member for 11 months. You're doing great, team. In the same boat with pain. Oh, Sam, hey. We are a family out here. You guys were there for me when I was going through my shit fuck. I'll be there for you when you're going through your shit fuck. It's how we do. We look out for each other. Y'all were there for me. I will never deny that. And those you people were there for me. And yes, I mean you people were there for me. And when you need me, you can 100% count on me. Sam, if you're in some pain, you hit me up, my friend. Some old dude for $20. Cream Skeptic coming soon, baby. Twinkies. All right, as a practicing Buddhist, to handle stress, I recommend daily meditation. That funny you say that, some old dude. I recommend daily meditation as well. In fact, the business I used to own was a flotation tank business. So I used to meditate daily inside of the float tank for hours at a time. Loved it. Fucking loved it. Oh, and $20, we gotta take us our shot. Remember? That's how the rules. $20 equals a shot. Yummy. Why does it burn? It burns worse than whiskey does. God damn. All right. Riv for $2 says fun show. Thank you. Thank you, Riv. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, brother. Slash sister. Sorry, don't know. Jane Doe for $9.99. I didn't catch the whole show tonight, but I'm so excited to hear you're thinking about branching out with your content. You know I'll watch whatever you choose to do. I know I can count on you, but I also, Jane Doe, here's something else I'm going to count on you for. You tell me when the shit ain't right. Whenever I fuck up and I put out, when I'm doing my first video and you're like, meh, you're kind of like Brainy Beaver. Like, don't hesitate to fucking tell me so I know to change my shit. Brainy. God. Everybody, I love Brainy. I'm fucking with him, okay? I love that guy. He knows that, though. Jason Hyatt for $5 Canadian. Sober stupid is better than drunk stupid. Enjoyed the stream. Me and you both, Jason. Hold on. Hold on. Oh no. I think I fucked up something. Hold on. I broke my shit. Ah, yeah, I fixed it. Tech USA. Ready? Here we go. Oh shit. Oh shit. Play the music. Cue the music. Cue. I need a producer. Cue the music. We had a great show tonight, guys. Great fucking show. Stand up. Stand up. I love y'all, man. I had a great night tonight. All right, let's get through these super chats so I can get the fuck out of here. Detonation EMS, McNutsack, we love you. It's okay, purely sexual. Well, thank you. Thank you, Detonation. Detonation EMS, I appreciate you and all the love that you give to my nutsack. Appreciate you. Bella charged for $5 New Zealand dollars. Bring back Epic. Oh, shit, Bella. Ooh, Bella. Ooh. Do you remember? I almost died doing epic super chats. I almost died. There's video of me almost dying doing that shit. You want me to do it again? I thought we were homies. Thought we were friends. Love you guys. I'm the fuck out.